I know you're all here for DJ Hooker. I'm under no illusions.
Nice jump, Alistair.
Thank you.
276 Rick just resubbed for 29 months.
All right, Ted, mate.
Hello, boss. How you doing?
Fine.
Got
back from...
Congratulations. This might be the only game of the evening.
Really?
Yeah, we only just got 10 for this.
All right.
So we'll see what happens. One of the lads, let me just get their Discord name is... they were Madma, but they don't seem to be in. I don't know if they've changed it. What happened to Madma?
I want to say it's Java Waba.
No, they were. I don't think it was them. Sarah, I'm glad to hear that. So Madma said I can play if needed, but I don't think I can join the voice channel. And then someone gave them the role, and then they don't appear to be actually in the stack. We'll have to find out from Eric what happened
NDRU42
there.
just resubbed for 26 months.
Because I recognize all these names.
Radiant team ban.
You're Madma. So Madma, what happened? Why you were in and then you were not in? What happened? Did somebody boot you?
10 seconds remain.
Did Eri do a boo boo? I can play in the next game if there is one. Excellent.
10 seconds remaining.
The games
There
didn't
is a
pick
possibility of an next one.
I'd hope so. I'd hope so.
It would be unless it's the same players. I mean, we are coming in a bit of a rough patch for
the in-houses.
It's probably a little bit of a combined issue of lads maybe still being a bit burnt out from Goon TI, and
I mean, I feel like Goon TI actually
Seconds
killed the in-houses because people put so much into it that they're kind of maybe done with the in-houses. I don't know. Maybe we need a break.
I mean, I would definitely not be against having like an off season for the in-houses just to build up the hunger again.
Yeah, I think maybe every week is a bit.
You can't have it. You know, imagine if football was on fucking every week. I would just stop watching it.
True. Maybe we should have seasons. You know what we could do? Is have some kind of a because we don't want to just have the same teams. That's Goon TI. I'm thinking that if we had the GPC, but it should be a player-based GPC, not a team-based. Because the problem, once you have teams, you have some teams are going to be better than others, which is kind of, we don't want to tune into the in-houses and it's 3 stomps because it's 3 good teams against 3 shit teams. That's GTI stuff.
Yeah.
And we understand that that's GTI, just like the World Cup. So no teams, but you're fighting for your ranking. And you see who's going to be the king of that season's in-houses, king or queen of that season's in-houses. I think that might be fun. To see who could be on, who can rack up the most dubs. Who can get the best strats.com score.
Yeah, that's quite good, because if you just do it based on like, but there'll still be like skill-based matchmaking as much as possible, because like obviously
of
then
course.
It just becomes the best player is
no, of
just
course.
win. Which is, it's fair enough, it happens, but you'd like to give the other lads a chance.
Of course. But so that's where it's not about teams. It's the same system where people are just picked, you know, because.
Nice job,
but I think
Erioldinok just resubbed for 71 months.
71.
He'll see about making some polls about it in the morning if he have the time.
Thank you, Eri. I mean, there's no rush. Look, there's no rush. I think that what we should do is we should take a break from the in-houses because we've been doing them non-stop for what, 2 years now, it feels like?
Yeah.
It's a long time.
I do still look forward to the in-houses.
Of course.
But there needs to be like a little bit of spice added, and the spice did come in the form of Goon TI.
Goon TI was amazing.
Goon TI took away from the in-houses because the in-houses are really very vanilla compared to TI. Or like
yeah.
Hype that generate.
I think we need First of all, ideally we'd do a Goon TI every 6 months, but I don't know. I think it might be too much work for the lads. So
No, that is definitely too much.
Maybe once a year with Goon TI.
Unless you do like it smaller scale and a bit more autonomous, it's kind of tough to say because the lads are very hands on when it comes to Goon TI. That it's not just Goon TI like the organization of the games. I'm sure that is not necessarily
right, but again, it doesn't
like,
just
it's
have
not,
to be
like just slamming lads in a lobby is not like a massive pain in the neck. I mean, it is for one lad. If you've got like 3 lads organizing it, then it's manageable. Ecosystem that Goon TI creates is almost half of it, where like you got lads doing fucking podcasts, you got all the casters sorting shit out.
So all right, so here's the
tons
point.
of organization.
We do the once because it is the Goon International, so it should be once a year. But I feel like we need something else that is building towards. We need something because just having like once you've had a taste of Goon TI, these feel like just friendlies, and it's like the World Cup is amazing, but I don't watch England friendlies. I don't care.
That's true.
I want to watch. There needs to be something on the line. Goon TI was great.
10 seconds remaining.
We need to think of what we could do.
5 seconds.
I mean, I like it when we do weeks where it's like themed hero picks and people trying meme drafts and stuff like that. But I think we should take the rest of this month and February off and pick the in-houses up again in March. That's how I feel. I'm going to be away for a bit anyway.
They've definitely been sort of fading down.
They have. We've had a lot of the same people.
To a point.
I'm saying we take a break after today for 2 months. We come back on March 12th for the first in-house, March 12th. I don't know how people feel about that. But I think I'm dipping. I think I'm dipping from the in-houses, and I think it's not just me. Obviously, I'm dipping because people are dipping. So we'll take a break, let people come back refreshed. I am definitely not going to be doing CS in-houses. If LDC or someone wants to run those, go for it. But I think we need to take a break from the in-houses. Give Area a fucking break.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like we kind of need a break from casting. We've been casting this every weekend pretty much for like 2 years.
Yeah. Also, I feel like the standard of our casting has dropped significantly.
Yeah.
Now it is. I was explaining this to Badvok earlier, where casting before used to be we casted the Dotes as a main course, and when the Dotes was a little bit quiet, we had a chat. Now it's more like we have a chat about stuff, and when us having a chat is a little bit quiet, then we'll decide to cast some Dotes.
Yeah.
So we've kind of inverted the formula.
But you know where that is?
The standard of casting is just atrocious.
But I'll be honest with you, I think the reason for that is a lot of the games have just not been good. And
there have been some really good games.
There have been some okay games. But the thing is, what makes me want to cast a game is when it's super fucking close and tense. And quite often it feels like, especially bear in mind, the last patch was not a very interesting patch. I think that's one problem. The other thing is I want to see more really awful players. That's what makes the in-houses fun. We've got a lot of people that used to play in the in-houses that don't play in them because they're just bored of playing in them, or they stopped watching the stream, or they got sick of me. One of the two. One of the three. So it's like we don't have as many new in-house players. We used to have a lot more. And I think I was hoping that Goon TI would bring in a lot more people who would stick around and then play in the in-house.
It did bring in people, but those people then just kind of left because.
Yeah. Do you know another problem is? I'm not kidding, but people have just gotten a little better. Like they just have gotten a little better.
That is, like it is, it's quite sad to say, but I think the in-houses in like its original intention is probably coming to an end.
Yeah.
Because lads are just a lot better now. That it's no longer just generally for the mega goons because there's just not enough of them about.
Radiant team pick.
Slark.
Thank you for the sub. Slarky Malarkey. Don't think I'd pick Slark into AA, but what do I know? I mean,
Yeah, that
this
seems a
AA
bit suspicious.
10
Well, yeah, but the
seconds
AA has to
remaining.
land the Ice Blast. I'm telling you, you just
Yeah,
gotta get
but-
the fucking blink.
5
It's not necessarily
seconds
hard to
remaining.
land the Ice Blast. Also, a lot of AAs go blink now, and then
That's
you
what
just,
I'm
like,
saying. You
blink
get the
in
blink.
and just pow. There was something else I was going to say about Goon TI. Not Goon, about the state of Goons at the moment. I can't remember what it was. So I'm just going to stop thinking about it.
I mean, it happens. You know, we have influxes of newcomers from time to time. It depends on the game. If I'm playing a game that's like when we did Rust, I felt like we got a bunch of new goons off the back of that.
Yeah, I think like the stuff like that needs to be a bit more common. I mean, there are certainly other. But the thing is, you need like people to run that stuff. Those lads are.
They're hard to come by.
Yeah, and also they're burnt out from their own projects. You
Yeah.
know, whether that be like for the Rust RP lads, like pour their heart and soul
Oh God.
into basically a 4-hour cinematic experience.
Yeah.
And I understand that they don't want to. That it's fucking.
Yeah. No,
tiring.
I'm not having a pop at anyone. I'm not saying like.
Yeah.
You why aren't people doing stuff? I completely understand all the many reasons. I'm just thinking, to be honest with you, this year I've hardly streamed Dota. So in terms of Dota in-houses, the thing is, like, I'm not being funny, but Tarkov and TJ Hooker has been far more successful than streaming Dota.
Oh yeah.
So it's hard for me to just say I'm going to stream Dota every night because I still don't think that's going to bring in more players to the in-houses.
Yeah, the interesting thing about Tarkov and streaming Tarkov is you've typically had quite a high sub count to viewer.
Yeah, oh yeah, always.
And I think the community that has been built around Dota has fostered that sort of environment. With Tarkov, is a lot of just first time chatters,
Yeah.
non-sub, which is good. But how do you convert that into subs and lads who stick about?
I think I have seen quite a few of the same names while I've been streaming Tarkov. And to be absolutely fair, if I was watching a streamer and they were playing a game I was interested in for like 6 months, and then they were done with it, and they went off and decided to go play League, I would stop watching. I mean, that is just the way it is. Some games, I feel like I'm not looking for sympathy in any way, but it is hard to stream when people are dependent on the game you're streaming rather than who you are. So I'll give you an example. Let's look at Sips, right? Sips streams pretty much any game. He doesn't play many competitive games. He streams games, and what you're getting is Sips.
If he does stream Dota,
it's a disaster. Yeah,
he gets a massive viewer drop. So it is game dependent. He just plays a lot of games where the vibe is very similar.
Right, but it's also just
like
him.
The gameplay is limited, and people are there to tune exactly. People are there to tune
just him.
It's more like a blank canvas game,
right?
Whereas Dota is very much not a blank canvas game. Your brain has got to be on, and you got to
also,
be
if you don't play Dota, none of this means anything. Like it's just gibberish if you don't play Dotes. This could be trouble for Robertus. That's a nice catch. Robertus is indeed deep.
Yeah. Also, we didn't notice that KBJ dropped 10 subs.
Oh, did he? Oh, thank you, brother.
KBJ is trying to rebuild the stream.
Vidica's got hooked.
You still got 1,000 subs. I mean, it's certainly not a.
I'm not complaining about the stream. I mean, after TI, I was down to 730, I think, at one point. And that was just like I had barely been streaming, and a lot of the time after TI, and then when it's like super hot, like I've got things like, for example, TI is always dreadful. Oh dear, this is trouble for Jibbo. Where's the help? Oh no! Goodness me, what a bloodbath. So like if I stream a game like RimWorld, say, that tends to do better for casual viewers because. It's RimWorld. Everyone loves watching RimWorld, right? If I stream something like Dota, that's the opposite. That's only for people that like Dota are going to want to watch that. And generally, I'm going to be playing with people I know. So when I play like with Joe or with you guys, it's very different because people know the people involved. We're like everyone that is good to have on stream and everything, so it's kind of chill. When I used to do the goon stacks in the morning, people would sub to get into those goon stacks, and I felt, oh dear, okay, Gibbo just killed.
A neutral creep killed Gibbo.
Ah!
Yeah. Where did that happen? Happened at the Ancient?
In their triangle, yeah. So I either have to start streaming Dotes again with goon stacks in the morning, which I really don't want to do because they were fucking horrible. Like it was really rough games.
Well, that was your Guardian 7 era.
It just wasn't. It's just not much fun in all honesty, because a lot of the lads are very quiet. So it's just me silently on stream, or you get a lad who just talks the whole time. He's going to eat a tango. He's going to get this tree down. Oh, I've stunned him. No, he's going to get away. Okay, it's like they're doing the narration.
Yeah.
That's
but
like,
it was
I don't know,
important
that's not
because
great.
that's how I got in.
Right, but I mean, I did play with you, but you were fun to play games with. But in terms of getting new
I think
viewers
also
in for
another thing
Dota,
is
it
like
needs to be
I
that.
turned up to basically if there was one, which
Hmm.
is a big part of getting it.
I do think the goon stacks where I just play with viewers that's one way to get people in, but at the same time, I feel like people do like when I play in the stacks with like me, Joe, Daltos, Xylus, like Munchie or Dez or someone like that. Those are all Paul or whatever or Mike. Those are really fun stacks, and I think those games are fucking hilarious. It just kind of feels like people should. I'm not being funny, but people should probably be enjoying this more than they are. Like this is actually a really good Dota stream. Why was Rot turned off until just then? Good heavens. Like, I guess the viewer stack games, one of the issues with them is this. If I fire up Tarkov, like this is being real, alright? This is me being real about what it's like trying to stream
Radiant's
Dotes.
top tower
If
is
I
under
load up
attack.
the stream at 9:30 on a Monday, and I want to play some Dotes, because that's what I want to build viewers for the in-house, what kind of stack am I going to get? I'm going to have to solo
Yeah.
queue. It's very unlikely I'll get a
It's not
stack.
like the old days where you had a lot of the main lads just being students.
Like, it's tough. Like, when it was, like, every morning, we'd fucking play Dotes. You, me, Plague, Bob. Like, we'd play during the fucking day.
Yeah, because I had fuck all
Yeah,
on. I wasn't
exactly.
going to lectures. Fuck that.
So it's just tough. Whereas Tarkov, I can just play it solo, and then, you know, if Cinny's about, he's like, any duos? And we might do a duo during the day. Or if I want, there'll be Goons playing during the day as well. Oh, this is trouble. This gyro pick has just been...
I mean, I think you've got it bang on. I mean, the daytime is for the single player.
Right. The evening stuff, I always want to do
single-player
stacks.
aspect. Yeah, and the evening is for a bit of multiplayer. I think there's now wrong with that.
I like that.
I mean,
Because
there's plenty of fucking single player games you can get your teeth into.
Exactly.
So you can.
I mean, we did Baldur's Gate 3. I did, you know, Tarkov. When I do RimWorld or Football Manager, there's a very single-player-y games.
Yeah.
Although I'm probably going to do Baldur's Gate with Jem. That should be a lot of fun. They got Pug Daddy on the Sand King.
Did she ever complete it?
No, she
Yeah,
never
well.
even got anywhere.
Oh,
She
I
was
see.
like, do you want to play it? I was like, yes, I really do.
Radiant's bottom tower is
But I was
under
waiting on
attack.
Virgin Media to sort their shit out.
Yeah. I still haven't completed it.
I mean, if I was really good at Dotes, like, or even just, you know, much better than I am, like, Bulldog is not like, it's not like when Thompson streams or something, when Bulldog streams. Or Gorg or someone like that, who are pretty good at Dotes, right? When they
Yeah.
stream, if they play with viewers, Bulldog can be like, do you want to play with me, a TI winner? That's a very different draw to, do you want to play with me, a bald, middle-aged man who is terrible at Dotes?
And who will shout?
And who will yell at you for doing things like standing stock still in the middle of a fight. Or even just for anything, really. So it's
Yeah.
kind of tough.
Oh, trouble for Stesi.
Radiant structures are
I
falling.
mean, the
guess he's
snap
dead.
mid is brave these days because you don't get the
Yeah.
100% uses 100% of your damage until level 25.
Yeah,
so
that's rough.
you've got a
I mean,
long way to go
when you
before
get there,
feel
it's
it.
fucking brutal. I still
Yeah,
think the
yeah,
hero's
absolutely.
good. Oh, hello. Hello!
Calamity Sam just clicking that ass, and we've got myself in there. Oh my god, he's taking a lot of heat. He's gonna get the rune though, it's illusion.
Right, but Heretic, if you say that watching people who are good at games is boring, that is still most streams that are successful on Twitch. Like, people didn't tune in to watch, you know, fucking Shroud because he was shit at FPSs. Dr. Disrespect was pretty good at games. XQC was, like, good at Fortnite, right? Like, he wasn't abysmal at it.
Yeah, but they were also, like, yeah, I mean, they were also quite entertaining as well. But there are definitely people who are just good at the game and don't really
like,
much.
when you watch Pestily, Pestily is, like, I'm not saying that guys like Pestily and Landmark, I mean, I don't find Landmark, like, entertaining, but I understand if people do. What I'm saying is, he's not a personality streamer. He's a skill streamer. Landmark would just be another streamer. He barely talks. If you watch him play, he barely talks. It's not like he says much. The dude is focused on Tarkov. His thing is, I am really fucking good at Tarkov. So people want to watch him to learn how to play the game, learn them tricks and tips, and to see people do shit in fucking Tarkov that they never get to do because they fucking suck. Like, if I watch him, I'm like, holy shit, look at him just running into this room where he knows the 3 lads and killing them all. That is hype as fuck. I could never do that. Yes, Soups!
I mean, even Arteezy, he doesn't, like, in a lot of streams, he just doesn't really say much. He's just there, and then he'll say one thing, and then back to gameplay. I mean, Arteezy's probably the fucking biggest Dota streamer.
Yeah,
like,
when he streams, everybody watches Artur, right?
Yeah.
But I think there are 2 reasons for that. First of all, you know Artur's very good. Second of all, it's Artur, so he's got like a pretty big brand as a Dota player because people fucking love Artur. Rightly so, he's a cool dude. He's the Pete Davidson of Dota, you know what I'm saying? He's a very cool dude. Oh, hello. Good heavens. That was nice from Java. Holy shit, good dodge. So I feel like when you watch Artur is fun to watch. He's a cool dude. He's really good at Dotes. You're going to see some high-level pubs. No offense to the boy, you're also going to see some funny Artur shit happen, right? So it's like the double edge where something's going to happen. And there are a lot of Artur memes and stuff like that because he's been on the scene for such a long time. And any guy that's in the public eye like that, like they're getting cliffed and shit like that. Woo!
Oh, this is the quality play from the lads. Is Java Wild going to rage? Way too late. Way too late.
My.
Calamity Sam with the trip.
Yeah.
I mean, David is saying XQC is Overwatch Pro. XQC is also the most unhinged guy I think I've ever fucking watched.
He's
stream.
bizarre.
And that is why people like him. I mean, it is funny to watch. I won't deny. But it's more like it's more like a scientific experiment.
It's like Trainwrecks. Like, you watch him not because you think Trainwrecks is a smart guy with a lot to offer, because he seems fucking insane. Like, that is interesting. You can't take your eye off.
It is fundamentally entertaining when you just see like some lads screaming at nothing. You're like, I wonder what that's like. Oh, I expect myself is hella in here. That's a lovely stomp from Calamity Sam. He's just owning. Here comes the Gooks. They're all fucking frosty. That's quite fun.
What the fuck is that? What is this set, yo?
It's the Christmas. What did I expect myself?
It's got like a Christmassy lizard thing.
Yeah. The Sapphire sets has got to be, on average, the best.
Look at this shit. It doesn't look great in close-up, actually. It's like an ice frog. I think that's what it's meant to be.
Kind of ice frog.
I mean, XQC is like a lot of streamers, Zoe, in that he's going to jump on the chess train because it's popular, but I don't think XQC has taken the time to learn chess. Like, when these guys were all doing
the thing that was funny was that he got trained.
He got Scholar's Mate, right? Like, yeah.
And he went through like fucking like 2 weeks of training.
Right, but it's
to
like,
just in his first match to get Scholar's Mated. Fucking hilarious.
I mean, you can train him, but is he actually trying to learn chess? Probably not. Let's see if we can find the clip.
No, isn't he? He definitely did try to learn. Like, he got coached properly and he was trying. It's just,
right. I mean,
sometimes you get a bit blinded by.
All right.
You get to a point where you know enough that you forget about the basics.
I don't know, dude. I feel like I'm learning just for stream value is one thing, but is it going in? Like, that's the question I've got to ask.
No, I mean,
Like, you can't train in 2
I think he
weeks.
did intend to.
Right.
Yeah, I know, but he did intend to get better.
Fair play.
Because they were doing this like big fucking, PogChamps tournament or whatever. Everyone was getting coached by pros.
Let's watch this. I'm watching. I don't care about the game. I want to see this.
You should just watch fucking Hikaru's face when he realizes what's happening.
Sorry, stream. I know there's cool stuff happening, but it's not a game-ending fight. All right, this actually might be quite big. All right, yeah. Good job, the lads. Oh, they're gonna get Lesh as well. All right, yeah, that was a big fight.
It was a huge fight.
It was a big fight. He's going Shivas on Sankey.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I like the variational
Please not
approach
full
here.
blink. Yeah, he's getting-
No, please don't.
I better not fall off.
And it's too soon. It's
I
too
don't
soon,
even think it was
Hikaru.
like an official.
We didn't even
Scholars,
reach
it
a
was-
climax.
Oh, okay. I think it was like a delayed Scholars. Dog.
Bounty.
You can,
You know
like,
when
you
I
can
said
see
it'd be
when
fun to see a
XQC
checkmate in
realizes.
4 earlier? I was joking.
I mean, it's
It
just,
it wasn't real.
Hikaru's just shot.
What does he expect? He backed XQC in a chess tournament. Like, what are you thinking?
This is my shout.
Bonnyjoi says, prepare your anuses for this demolition in game 2. Oh, good luck, bud. Robertus has left.
Oh,
Jose Mourinho fired by
yeah, I
Roma
know. He got
might
sucked by Roma,
be
which
the
is-
next England manager is the talk of the town.
Really?
Yeah. What your thoughts, Ashy B?
I mean, I would love it. I would
Why?
fucking love it. Just okay. I like him as a character. He's a bit of chaos in there. You
Lot of
need a bit of
chaos.
you need a bit of fucking charisma to be a fucking national manager. I hate the old fucking boring ass. Just like we tried our best, lads. You need a bit of spice in there. I like that. And he's a quality manager. He's a quality manager who has done stuff with. He's done stuff with a quality set of players and a not so quality set of players. So
What was the not so quality set of players?
I think Roma were very shit before he took them over.
I would agree with that.
And then he got to 3 European finals and won one of them.
I agree. I mean, he made Chelsea into a big team. So, post Mourinho, they suck.
How is that
Um,
balanced?
Yes, he was terrible at Man U. I think the problem with Jose Mourinho.
I don't even think he was because he got second in the league with Man U.
Oh,
What
there you
other
go.
managers done that? What other managers done that recently?
Bear in mind as well, I think you could give anyone Man U and they would fucking suck ass. This team has some serious problems. This is not
And
a
he took them
management
over
issue.
after.
Dyer's
I guess it was
middle tower is under
after.
Let me
Was it
think.
after
It went.
Moyes or was it after Van Gaal?
So
I
it
think
went.
It was after Van
I think
Gaal.
it must have been post Van Gaal because it went. For some reason, it went to Moyes,
Dyer's
which is
middle
just
tower is under
still
attack.
a pretty bad decision. But fair play to Moyes. I think he's doing all
You
right
can
at
see
West
why
Ham.
he went for it, but I think there was like the rot was beginning to show in that team.
Right, it was not great. But they won the league in Ferguson's final season. But
Yes.
it almost felt like the Premier League was like, all right, well, we've got to give it to Alex Ferguson. So whatever happens, make sure that they win. Like it's almost
Get some
insane.
Fergie
that
time
they
in
did.
there.
Didn't they have? Was that Van Persie's last season with them or something? But either way, they won the league. Then in comes Moyes, and then you've got Van Gaal, and then was it
Radiant's
Ole
bottom tower
after Van
is under
Gaal?
attack.
And now it's
No.
No, then it was
Ole
Mourinho.
was definitely.
then it
like,
was
after-
Mourinho. Then
But
it
they-
was
no,
Ole.
they had Ralph Rangnick at some point.
Let's have a look at
can't-
their
can't
Manchester
adapt
United on
it.
Wikipedia. Here we go.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And then they maybe had Ollie after Ralph Rangnick.
Management. List of Manchester United records and statistics. No.
Did you fall out of the nest as a baby?
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
List of Manchester United FC
Radiant's
managers.
middle tower
Alright,
is
so
under
it
attack.
goes. Ferguson. For 1,500 games. Exactly. Which is
Yeah.
pretty crazy. Moyes. Giggs' caretaker. Van Gaal.
Oh, okay.
Mourinho. Ole. Michael Carrick as caretaker. Ralph Rangnick.
Really says Ollie and then...
Ole
And
and
then
then
Rangnick.
Ralph Rangnick.
Okay.
Only for 29 games. And then Eric Ten Hag.
Right, okay.
I mean, I am loving this Man U as shit era. I am fucking on
I'm loving the Man U shit, loving the...
Oh,
the,
no!
Oh, no, the hook out! I'm loving the Chelsea shit era. I mean, I'm not
It's
so
great.
liking the
It's gold.
QPR shit era.
No,
I mean,
that's
that's
not
lasted a while, but we've been especially. So I'd like that to end.
David says, would you guys become the football manager for a good team for a year? You get no time to train and you can't let go of the job. Even if I got paid millions, I would rather die. The amount of hate on social media for the rest of the time would be hell. No, I wouldn't give a fuck.
No,
I would
if I'm
take my
getting
money
paid
and go and be
money,
happy
whatever.
somewhere. And I would pop up on football podcasts with
I mean,
Simon Jordan, and Simon would say, you were kind of in a unique situation with Real Madrid when you took over. And I'd be like, yeah, they made me a bizarre deal.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that is beautiful. Tomps.
Oh, this is a big AO.
So, that is big. Tomps was thinking of survival there, which was a problem. That is nice. Oh, can we turn? No, we cannot. Robertus has got in too
nice
deep
stun
and too greedy.
again.
Like the dwarves in Moria. Tomps, you were unstunned there for a very long time and definitely could have got a better vac wall off than that. Cast your spells. No one cares if you die. If you escape alive with all your spells up and your entire team dies, what difference does it make? None.
Dire's bottom
Even
tower
better,
is
if
under
I'm
attack.
managing a team I don't like, I'll just run them into the ground.
Yeah, get me in at Chelsea. I'll fucking.
If I was managing QPR and I sent them down, that would be a bit gutting. That would be a big shame. But you know, I don't care if it's someone else. Fuck 'em.
Skulls bites his daughter's toenails and Giggs has the mind of a 10-year-old. Bonnyjoi, if that's the only thing you've got against Ryan Giggs, bud, I feel like you've just made these claims up now about Skulls' daughter's toenails.
No,
Even
no,
then,
that
who
is real.
cares?
That is real. It's
Yeah, but
just-
he's a good footballer, man. I mean, he was good. Never did it for England. A lot of these guys never did it for England. I never felt like Gerrard was good for England.
Dire's top
Beckham
tower
was
is
great
No,
for England.
he was. Yeah, I mean, Gerrard was fucking shite.
But
I mean,
Lampard wasn't good for England either.
That entire generation was
Should have been great.
like underperforming, to say the least.
Yeah. Like, you had Ashley Cole,
Radiant's bottom
Rio
tower is under
Ferdinand,
attack.
Frank Lampard, Joe Cole.
Yeah.
You had Michael Owen. He fucking fell off a cliff. Jermaine Defoe was such a great player. Never really did it for England.
Dire's top
Michael
tower is
fucking
under attack.
Carrick. Frank Lampard. Steven Gerrard. David Beckham. What happened? How did we not put a team together that did better? We always fucking went out. When we got to knockouts or penalties, we fucking bottled it. Dog shit. Yeah, Skulls. Like, what's going on? How did these legendary players just not do it for England? Can't just be the managers.
It must have been something down to mentality. Just didn't have any.
Do you know, I think a big part of it was that we didn't have a formation. If you've got Lampard and Gerrard, what formation are you playing?
Well, we just bog standard 4-4-2'd it.
I mean, you can't. It doesn't work, does it? You had Rooney up front in his prime.
Yeah, Rooney
England's
was
top ever goal scorer until what is it? Well, Kane overtook him, right?
Kane has overtaken. I think he's overtaken everyone, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think
The
he's
top
number
England
one.
scorer. No, apart from Jimmy Greaves or whatever. But that, I can't quite remember.
Are scanning.
No, I think he's I mean, Rooney was the all-time leading scorer for England, but we play more games these days than we used to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, we've got fucking Nations League, all these fucking friendlies. Like, in the first half of the season, it's like 5 weeks out for fucking...
Look, I don't
international
understand why... I get why people hate Maguire for Man U, but Maguire has been pretty fucking good for England. Like, he just has. I don't think he's been
Yeah,
shit
he's
for
been, he's
England.
been pretty quality.
I think he's definitely done a job for England. That's my
That's
feeling.
good.
I think I would just.
Yeah, I rate him for England. He fits in the system nicely. I mean, most of the lads there fit in the system nicely. We've got a good little squad. It's again about big game mentality. Where is it?
We did make a, what was it, a quarterfinal, semi-final, final? Isn't that how we've done under Southgate? Or is it just quarterfinal, semi-final? No, we made a final.
I think just semi-final.
Semi-final, final.
Semi-final World Cup 20.
And the final in the Euros.
2018. Final of the Euros 21.
We should have won that
Yeah.
game against Italy. We really should have won that game against Italy.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit scuffed. And
You
then
know what?
And then in the World Cup in 22.
To what,
we
mate?
Did we? It was quarterfinals against France, or was it semi-finals?
Semis. Semis.
It was semis.
Yeah, semis.
Which again we should have won, because we let in cheat goals.
Well, yeah, but also
missed the pen.
I don't understand. The missing the pen was unforgivable. But I will say this: how the fuck that goal stood? That second goal of theirs never should have stood. It was bullshit. I don't know how that goal fucking stood. It was an abomination. Just like Italy should have had that defender sent off for fucking pulling off.
Yeah.
Like what is
Yeah,
that?
I think it's a really tough call to make.
It shouldn't come down to that, but we were.
Yeah,
we were
I know, because like that is very clearly. What's the fucking phrase called when lads are sent off for violence? It's like
bringing the game into disrespect.
No, it's if you watch on Sky Sports and it comes up with like a fucking
serious foul play.
Yeah, it's something like that. That is very much serious foul play.
Yeah,
like, there is no intention there apart from bringing the lad down with quite some force. But it's a. I can see why the referee made that decision, because it's a big final. If you fuck up that decision, then people have done.
I still remember what the
If you make like a big call like that.
Do you remember the Qatar World Cup in the opening? The goalie
Violent
got
conduct,
injured.
That's the word. Violent conduct.
Violent conduct.
That was very much violent conduct.
There was violent conduct. Do you remember the goalie for I think it was Qatar got injured, and there was like a 20-minute break at the start, and he was like on the pitch. I'm trying to understand what, like, his fucking face was smashed up. They kept stopping the game. Anyone remember that? It was the worst opening to a World Cup. Get him off the fucking pitch. I didn't understand it. Have I ever thought of turning Trifus into a football podcast? Well, where I just do it alone.
Just alone. The other two
trying to talk about football with two lads who don't watch or have any interest in football. Yeah, the goal he played on, his face was like on sideways. And then after a while they decided to sub him off. It was just fucking awful. I love the World Cup. I've watched the African Cup of Nations, the goals, but I haven't been able to catch the full games. But that is such a fun tournament. Holy shit. I feel like if I was African, I would care way fucking more about the African Cup of Nations than the World Cup.
Yeah, because, I don't know, it just...
You're gonna have to see those lads at work on Monday, aren't you?
I mean, I am technically African, but unfortunately Mauritius is just a bit shit. We're like ranked like fucking 180th in the world or something.
Wow. Let's look at the FIFA rankings. I hope Belgium are still #1. They really shouldn't be after all this time.
Belgium, it's probably...
It's Argentina, then France, then us.
Yeah. I think that's fair ranking.
I'm going down to 11.
Because Argentina did win the Copa
You're above
America.
Gibraltar, bud, so reasons to be cheerful.
What position are we?
I'm just trying to find you. Oh, you are 177th, sir.
Oh, it was not far off.
Above Barbados, Cambodia, Dominica, the Cook Islands, Chad, Bangladesh, Samoa, Macau, Laos, Sao Tome and Principe, the most confusing name for a place, Aruba, better than Pakistan, mate, Cayman Islands, Somalia, Seychelles, Timor-Leste.
Yeah, we're definitely not like the worst team ever, but it's not like you still need to be
You'd like to turn up.
I think there's I can't remember how many teams is in the Cup of African Cup of Nations. I think it's probably not much more than like 20 or so. So we're not within those realms. I think our best performance at the African Cup of Nations was getting out of the group stage and then immediately losing. So
JonnyBoi says, I'm excited to meet you at the Birmingham event. Giga Chad will also be attending. I've got a gym vest with your face on it. I don't know what that means. Does he mean gym vest?
Gym vest.
Yeah. Us two and 5 others will staying at a B&B. I'm trying to convince the lads to all go as Meepos. Unreal cosplay. And then he says, I'm not going with Greg. Good heavens.
Greg is with me.
Greg is with you. Fair.
With me plaguing Morris.
I will neither confirm nor deny anything relating Birmingham ESL at this point.
Bog Daddy might be dead here.
I mean, I don't know if that's worth it. Do I want to meet him at Birmingham after this? He's actually okay.
Hoops is going to die instead, and Java Wawa is struggling here, but he's out of there.
Bonnyjoi is also excited to meet you. I'm sure the feeling is mutual.
Yeah, I mean, JonnyBoi's a bit of a legend of the scene.
Yeah.
He shout out to JonnyBoi's music. He made a song that I really liked.
I don't remember it. Is it good?
Yeah, it was banging. It was kind of like a lo-fi sort of thing, I guess.
Is it about conspiracy theories?
It was not. As far as I can tell, it was about JonnyBoi's life.
This was poor. I don't know what they're doing here, but there's a Pudge in here. Go eat him.
I mean, there's going to be a hell of a lot of lads at Brand.
One certainly hopes so.
Yeah. I mean, this is. I remember what I was going to say ages ago about one of the Goon problems. It's the nature of the Splinter Discord, where lads on here, come on here and play some dotes and meet some lads.
Yeah, and they get their own Discord going, of course.
They make their own server. And Thomas was telling me how some of the lads on one of the Splinter Discords didn't even know that ESL Brum was happening.
Right.
So it's become so detached that they're just completely out of the loop. They still play dotes, just had no idea.
That's on ESL, really.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Nice
if you don't care about pro dotes,
Anderson just resubbed for 7 months.
I mean, I don't fucking care about the pro dotes either. Like, I watch it, but I'm just there to just meet the lads and have a drink. 2 fights happening, one in which Gyro is dead and Stesi is dead. Gyro's actually...
He's been surged.
He's fine. They're going to win this fight.
They are.
This is a huge fight. Are they going to get Petty Jakobsen too? Petty Jakobsen is away.
That was a 3.5k gold swing and a 4k XP swing for Radiant. Let's check out the win prob. Just ticked up. Just ticked up by 10%.
Bounty.
3 more of those. I just played a solo queue online and got asked if I was the real Bonnyjoi. Highlight of my life. Good.
It is actually staggering how many people from the in-houses are recognised just about. Like, probably more than people would recognise me. I guess I've got a dumbass name. But, a load of lads. I think Dave got recognised.
Fantastic.
It's quite funny.
I wonder if any of the American crew are going to come over for ESL, bro.
Yeah, I think probably Kyle will. He's fucking
fall asleep somewhere. God bless him.
Yeah. Plague got recognised not in Dotes, but in he was in some. I think he was watching some like pro Dota player Twitch stream.
Yes, I saw that. Someone called him out.
Like, Plague 34, the Lone Druids spam
boosted period. I mean, the boosting is not working. I'll say that. It is not working. The boost ain't
There's
happening.
the goops. The goops are good.
These are some
They're
solid
gooping.
goops. Gooping is
There's a
happening
spray
at least.
transfer. And Petty Yakobsen is in on the back and he's murdered Gibbo. I Spunk Myself is in. He wants it and he's going to get it. He might also die.
Nope, he's
He's
Gucci.
fine.
Oh, he's dead.
No, he's dead. Super dead. Java Wava is getting there.
Still has ult.
Unfortunately, yeah, he needs to.
He can get in
he's
a
not
creep.
gonna- He's not any mana. He's not any mana.
La
Oh!
Llama just resubbed for 12 months.
Oh, the
Petty
diff on
Yakobsen
Snap.
with the triple.
The diff on Snap.
Yep, snap diff.
How does the in-house work? Well, man, Chris. First of all, you need to be bad. So, Archon or below. Second of all, you need to be a subscriber. Third, you need to join the Discord, which is tied to your Twitch account. And fourthly, you need to get into the Dota for New Goons channel. They give the lobby password, you get in the lobby, you hope you get picked, and then you join the relevant channel and you play Dotes with the Goons. That's pretty much it. Dota's in an interesting place right now because all the changes that are happening with the scene themselves, I don't know how they're going to turn out. I know that I think ESL obviously have events next year in Dota, so they're still involved in Dota,
Yeah.
but they used to be...
And there's also Dream League, but I guess that's also ESL.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So there used to be WePlay would put on something, BTS would put on something, Star Ladder would put on something, ESL maybe would have an event, you'd have TI, you'd also have like a Perfect World event out in China, you'd have events in Southeast Asia, you would have possibly an event in South America, and these would all be like majors. And now, I without the DPC, the space is there for orgs to come out and say, we're going to put on a Dota event.
Well, that's why Bet Boom have come in.
Right. So they're
And
doing
also,
it.
to be fair, like Nigma ran their own tournaments as well. It feels now more on the fucking game.
Yeah.
No,
The teams.
the teams to run tournaments.
Yeah. Well, Kenix,
That's a big AL.
if you think you can do better, go ahead and get in, but Riley could have been our
This shit
co-commentator, but
boring.
he decided to ditch us. I mean, this is just, Goon Dotes. We're just intrigued to see how this turns out.
Maybe you need to have like, you need to put like Subway Surfers in the top right, and then like die of like some video of GTA somewhere else, of like some guy driving down a ramp.
Have that girl's voice that's on every TikTok. You won't believe what happens in this team fight.
Check out this Roche fight.
Stay tuned to the end.
I can't believe what happened in the Roche pit.
Oh, he didn't even bother saying shit. He said SH1T. Like, you had to click a button that said this stream is for mature viewers. You still fucking censored yourself. You must be young. Shut the fuck up. Your name is fucking Kodk.
Cod.
I think he means Cock Wobblemeister.
Cod.
Fucking
But
mob
he's still-
this lad.
Get him in.
Get him in the houses. I'm sure the goons would love playing with this lad.
Yeah.
I played with the new viewer period. It's a
The
complete ton.
tickets flow in. Could already see him. I love this guy.
Fucking Kodk Wobblemeister.
Hey, how you going?
Nice jump, Alistair.
Chosington just resubbed for 106 months.
106 grazie. Choosington with 106 months sub. See, Choose could be playing these in-houses. I think a lot of the lads have just... the weird thing is that a lot of the viewers have been here a very long time. And have either given up on Dotes because they now have jobs and shit.
I usually like
Or because they're just like, ugh, no, I just can't. It's like 10 years of Dotes or whatever. It just kind of takes it out of you. I fucking hate trying to kill this bloody hero. Oh, hello, there we go.
That's a nice little play.
Hey, Blast
Yeah,
is
that was off the
way wide of the mark.
Oh, and there's the pew-pew-pew-pew. Gimbo down.
Got him.
Here comes the very cold artillery.
I think if you have the set, it should have a frost effect. Oh, that is nice from Pod Daddy. Still has
Oh, now Soups is down as well, and Mike's elf is
Here's the
killing
rock.
more.
Here's the
Oh,
rock.
here comes Java Waba. He needs to get out of there. Get out of there. Get in the lad.
Couldn't get out.
No.
Couldn't get out.
That's called not watching your
Watch
your
your
rage
6.
timer.
Watch
Yeah,
your
watch your
6.
six. Watch your cue. Watch your cue. There's a banner right in their face.
Zoe,
Fuck you.
can you stop being a hooker with no life? Please?
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's
Zoe, classic hooker with no life.
Yep. Get owned, Zoe. Someone had to say it.
Yeah, finally. Oh shit, the lads are getting owned.
Eddie Atkinson is scared, even though he has an Aegis. This is bizarre.
Bro, the fuck. Bro, TF.
Mod him.
What if I just one day just made one of these lads that randomly drops by like moderator of the whole of Twitch for me?
Yeah.
Oh no! Yeah, well, sure.
Fresh mate.
Bro, the fuck? I'm 18, how dare you? I'm an adult. Ashwin, how old were you when you started watching this shit?
17.
Radiant's bottom barracks
No,
are under
really?
attack.
I'm fucking old enough to be on this
Yeah,
site,
seven-
you
seven-
cun
seven-
one.
17.
You were 17. Bob was
Yeah.
like 14 or 15.
But then I watched like once when I was 17, and then I just didn't watch again.
7?
What?
7?
No, no, I must have cut out.
Oh,
I
you
said
cut
I
out.
watched once when I was 17,
Okay.
and then after I didn't watch again for 6 months. Must have been a bad
Wise.
stream. And then I came back when I was like 8.
I'm not gonna fucking spell correctly. Yeah, no shit, homie.
I'll take that.
No shit.
It's a bit of a giga chat.
Giga Chad Pub Daddy, Johnny
Yeah.
Boy.
Someone
this
play
lad.
the Tommy Shelby music or something. I reckon this guy's like a really stand-up bloke in real life as well. He's called
He's a
he's
banker.
called Mark. He
Oh yeah,
he,
Mark. I work in finance.
Yeah.
I'm in. What is that? If anyone tells me they're in this, I always just fucking my eyes glaze over. Compliance. I'm in compliance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He plays tennis on the weekends.
Cunt dumbass. Wow.
Yeah, but then on his. I mean, to be fair, it's Tuesday. I get it.
On a
I get
Tuesday,
it.
I like to tune into random Twitch streams I've never been to before and just call people cunt dumbasses. But I hate spelling. That's not what I do in my spare time. Thanks very much. I don't pay a secretary so that I learn how to spell. Thank you very much. She can do the bloody spelling. Spelling is women's work.
You
It was on purpose, you
sound like a
stupid
very-
MF!
You sound like a super posh Gordon.
Gordon.
Yeah.
Gordo doesn't like spelling.
Come here, darling.
Come here, darling. Alright, love. Alright, sweetheart.
Spell this word for me.
Oh, they got someone. They got Pooch. I don't think Strength Blink is the way to go here for this pudge. I really don't. I don't think it's going to help them at all.
So whatever.
Eagle says, please may I play core in game 2? Sure, Eagle, but I get to choose the core. If you agree to this deal, then
Yeah,
sure.
No drow. No drow for sure.
I will choose your hero for you if you play core. You
Give
get to
him-
play
give him a-
mid
give him
or
a
one.
strength- Give him a strength core. He wouldn't know what to do with it.
You get to play mid or one. And I will tell you what hero you have to pick. Alright, sounds fun. Alright, you're on.
Dave better be in next game as well.
Big creeps. Hi, guys. Hi, fellas. Mr. Simpson, please. You hit him. That's what Dave reminds you of, Julius Hibbert.
Yeah, well, that's because your voice is very much like Dr. Hibbert.
Dr. Hibbert. Good lord, gigantism.
Which one of the lads therefore reminds you of Dr. Nick?
Well, there is a lad in chat called the Dr. Nick.
Is there?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Nick. Oh, get in a creep! He didn't get in a creep!
Oh, Calamity Sam has gone in here, but surely, Teddy's.
Robertus gets the stun.
Nice jump, Alistair.
Take a little time just resubbed for 10 months.
That's a man down. Oh, he didn't get his Bliatstone off.
Run, Soup.
Oh no, everyone's dead.
Hop.
I've seen blue horns die better.
I've seen blue horns die better.
Yeah, I was gonna say God of Random could be Dr. Nick.
Nah. No, I don't.
You need someone who is also like. You need someone who is as sort of the same sort of talking vibe as Gore, but like. I mean, there's something else.
I don't associate Dr. Nick with just yelling and being drunk, which is what I associate Gore with. Like me. He's like the... Ooh, let me think. Latvian? Me? Maybe was he Lithuanian? I can never remember. Bonnyjoi, I taught Giga Chad everything he knows, watching like a Arpud dad.
As if I wasn't slippery enough already.
Arpud.
Is there a hooker character in The Simpsons I could take? Ooh. A hooker character in The Simpsons?
Like a hooker or a teacher?
I think like... Oh, you mean like a hooker? I would say maybe either Patty or Selma give off the vibe of a former hooker. Lurleen Lumpkin started off as a successful country singer and then ended up as basically a hooker. I'm pretty sure there is an episode in one of the later seasons that sucked where Ned accidentally marries a prostitute. I think Homer does too. That's when the series...
There is also that meme of Skinner... Not Skinner. Smithers being in like a room with two ladies trying to show him their ass.
I mean, Edna Crabapple's kind of sleeps around a bit. You could be Edna.
She
Crabapple.
does.
Mrs. Crabapple, the pledge.
I'll take your treat.
Edna Crabapple.
And you've also got the one episode with the gentle club.
There's the one where they go to England, or they talk to an Englishwoman, and it's clearly ginger spice. Freshen your drink, governor. And she's got like wonky teeth and squeezed into a PVC dress. My kind of girl. My kind of girl, right there. I tell you. Oh,
why I said myself.
Fine. Wow, they use a lot here.
Slark had his way with you.
Markov bot. Oy vey. Don't bring up Markov bot. Too soon. Initial Starburst says, pick me if you want the worst support you've ever seen. That's... Get him in. Get him in! That's true, Dr. Nick. One of the later episodes that sucked doesn't indeed narrow it down. If you're on the Discord and you are a subscriber, you may play in the in-houses regardless of your skill level, unless you literally have never played, because we tried that and you think it's going to be funny, but it's just sad. Oh, Pop Daddy in danger. No, gets away.
He's fine.
I don't think Dave is like Homer. Homer's lovable. I'm just
kidding,
Dave. I'm just kidding, Dave.
Leave Dave
Dave's
alone.
like Barney. Oh, Homer, I fell asleep at the computer again.
I think that's... I mean, that could be KBJ.
Yeah, that's...
Could even be Riley. You never know.
That could be Riley. Yeah, let's
What
give
is
that
Riley
to KBJ.
really like?
I don't know. He's a fascinating character.
Yeah.
Faster Frank, Faster Frank. I like Professor Frank. I'm glad.
Who is the Skinner?
I'm Principal Seymour Skinner. I thought that was Plague, to be honest with you.
Oh, it could be. And then who would be Superintendent Chalmers?
Superintendent Chalmers.
Oh God, who would that be? That's a pickle.
Munt is that guy that hangs around with the bullies that has that shit hat on. Jimbo Jones.
Oh yeah,
That's
Jimbo.
Munt.
That is true.
Bob is the tiny lad.
Who's the bald lad? What is
Kearney?
Yeah, it is something like that.
It is Kearney.
That's, God, who's just a... It's probably Bob. It's
Plague
probably
is
Bob.
Mr. Burns. Mr.
Ah,
Burns
that
is evil. Plague is naught but good.
I don't know.
I think Plague is like Homer's long lost brother that was played by Danny DeVito. Uncle, oh God, what was his name? Is it Larry? Cinny is Lenny? I don't think so. Please don't tell people how I live. Who's Lionel Hutz? I'm Lionel Hutz, attorney at law.
Oh, well, I mean, Bob is a lawyer.
Bob is Lionel Hutz. You think Airy is Skinner? Actually, I can see that. I can see
that. That is very true.
Airy is like Seymour Skinner. I'm Principal Skinner, yes. That's when the mafia come to his office. You Skinner? I'm Principal Skinner, yes. Who's Fat Tony?
Ooh.
I kind of think Jonas has to be Fat Tony. Could be a mysterious crime boss down
But
at
Jonas
Huffington.
could be quite a lot of character.
Jonas could be the bee costume guy.
That's true.
Ay, no es dedo. Who's Johnny Tightlips?
Who is Krusty the Clown? Krusty the Clown is D10.
I'm Mo, clearly. No, I am Mo.
You're Krusty the Clown.
Grumpy. Never happy. Runs
and has a shotgun.
Runs a bar, owns a shotgun. Convinces drunks to subscribe to his channel, like Mo convinces Barney to keep buying beer in his bar.
Oh, now who is Chief Wiggum?
Wiggum.
God, I've got to give Greg or something.
Who could Greg be? Who's the Marge Simpson? Is it Sarah? Is it Sarah?
Yes, it has to be Super Beth. Yeah.
Who are you, Ashwin?
I don't know.
Are we going to
mate.
say the obvious and say that you're Apu? Is that the most? Is that too obvious?
That is ridiculous. that is ridiculous. That one cannot hit the fucking air.
Who's Millhouse? That's a good question.
Oh.
Thrill House, I think you mean.
God, who is just a hapless fool? There's definitely many of them out there. You've got to be a hapless fool and subservient.
Greg does have the schnoz to be Millhouse, that is true. And Munt is Bart, actually. Munt has to be Bart. Chaotic evil. Just trolling. Trolls Millhouse all the time.
What is Hoz?
Hoz is Barney. But instead of beer, it's bones. Like, it's just like Hoz. If Hoz stayed off the bones, he gets to Ancient too.
I mean, Hoz could be an offshoot of Dr. Nick as well, because he is a doctor, and he is a bit nut.
He's not a doctor yet. That
not.
might make him Dr. Nick. He's not a real doctor. Hi, everybody! It's me, Hoz. Hi, Harry Hillman. If the paper turns clear, it's your window to
That's
weight
that's
gain.
such a monk comment from Bonnyjoi.
What? Greg's got the schnoz for a Millhouse. Oh no, he says Greg's nose is massive, to be fair. If he sniffed a line of coke, the table would disappear.
It's tough to place Gibson. I don't know. You know, he's.
Putting a picture of Harry and Bob in the Discord. So, Bob could be Nelson, and then Hoz is the guy. Do you find something amusing about the size of my automobile?
Oh yes, of course. Getting out of his tiny car.
What was the message, Stanis? Was it a somebody spamming their own?
Can you not see? Can you not see?
Oh wait, I can if I click to show. All right, that's new.
Yeah. It's just a long message.
Yo,
And then he's back.
Mathis T-shirt. You're such a fucking dumbass for having a name that sounds like a math equation gone wrong. Kenix, the guy you're always fawning over, like a lovesick cunt, must be some kind of math genius or something, because the only way I can see why you'd put up with his boring-ass name is if he solves equations faster than you can say, fuck me, Kenix. But seriously, bro, chill out with the name-dropping and the heart palpitations. Your blood pressure is through the roof.
Weird guy. Very weird guy.
Who was that directed at? I feel like two people have wandered into the chat that don't know each other or what they're watching. Just two dudes. Bizarre. Probably an alt account for this other lad.
Yeah. God, can this game end? I want to get my dinner.
What are you having?
Chicken and rice, mate.
Fish and rice cake.
No, chicken and rice.
Chicken and rice.
Stocked up in the fridge.
Oh.
Got 2 portions left, ready to go.
Oh! You think of Rorts is Willy? Grease me up, woman!
I mean, I guess there's
he has to be. There's only one Scottish character in the show. I always thought Slacks would be Krusty the Clown.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Krusty is like a very depressed character.
Yeah,
I
true.
don't know if Slacks is
Well,
necessarily
I don't know.
that.
I saw the Reddit thread today. Did you not see this? Mini non-drama. Oh, hello!
Oh, Lord. They're gonna get.
They did
That's
get
a
Snapple.
big kill.
Robertus is running about. There's still a BKB available on the slot.
A nice stun, or a nice
That
stun
is
return.
nice.
Calamity Sam.
Sam doing bits here. They're kind of winning this fight as
He's
long as
got his
Java
rage up.
lives.
Why is he not raging? What is he doing? Why
Java
is he
lives.
alive?
I don't know.
Oh.
He didn't use his spells or
Wait, they've
ability.
won this fight,
Had armlet
haven't they?
too. They have definitely won this fight, but they did lose their man. So, Cap on his podcast, I think, or on his stream, sorry, was playing with Slacks and muted him and said, I love you, dude. You're a friend of mine and I like you, but I don't want to play Dota with you anymore. You're too toxic. And literally called him out on the stream. And there was a Reddit thread about it, and Slacks was, of course, in the Reddit thread. So, yeah, I think Slacks... I mean, we've played Dota with Slacks. And it can be fun. But at times, I feel like this is a guy who solo queues and actually tries speaking to the people he's solo queuing with. And I don't solo queue, which is, I think, a much healthier way to play Dota. And if I am solo queuing, I'm not talking to the people. I'm not criticizing them. I'm just saying nothing. And I think that's the healthier way to be. But if you're trying to get a good MMR and you're trying to win games, maybe you think communicating would work, but it doesn't work. I just say, don't ever talk to people in solo queue. And I think Jake's gone down that road and has been corrupted by it. That's how it feels. Johnny, I can imagine that your behavior score is subpar.
He's a stand-up lad.
We'll see. He's promised to buy Jaegers for everyone in Brum. That's a lot of.
Yeah, I mean, from my experience playing with Slacks, he wasn't like toxic, but it was like just kind of stressful.
Yeah,
He's
quite
felt like there was a lad
snipey.
over your shoulder being like,
Yeah.
"Oh, what are you doing there, bro?"
I mean, it certainly feels like I mean, Slax is what? He's like divine, right? Did he even make it to Immortal? I don't know.
He did make it to Immortal.
So, I mean, Slax is good at Dotes, don't get me wrong. But I will say, Jake does spam. Well, certainly when he was playing, when I remember him solo queuing, it was like a few heroes that he spammed. Like a lot of casters and talent, they find some heroes that are good that they can play and they just fucking spam them. That's pretty much it. They don't just play whatever they want. They fucking...
We're gonna get Tomps here.
They spam the hero. Doesn't make you a better player, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, people are gonna be shit. I mean, I'm used to... I yell at people when we're playing Dotes. But I'm not, like, pinging them and being unpleasant. I'm just saying, please, lads, cast your spells. I feel like that's kind of a baseline. I'm just saying, could we please cast our spells, boys? I don't think that's asking it too much.
Big question in chat. What's your favourite bird?
Ooh, that's a good question. My favourite bird is your bog standard British red-breasted robin.
That's a banging answer. That is a banging answer. Meanwhile, less records dying.
That is a big fight. This is trouble. That's a nice AA blast, but it's
good. Where is
It does
Slot?
catch the AA. Oh, hello.
Where's
Who's
Slot?
dying here? I don't know. Where is Slot? There he is. He can't fight now.
Oh, this game is going.
This is going the dist. Unts.
I haven't even looked at their worth this game. I imagine it's pretty.
So I don't
Get out there.
I don't have any tattoos, but the only tattoo I was tempted to get was of a robin because I really do love them.
Yeah.
Like when I see one, it makes me so happy, and I just, to me, they represent. I don't know if the robin that we have in this country. I don't know if it exists in other countries. I know they have a robin in the States, but it's different from our one. The only place I've ever seen one that looks like ours is in the UK. If they exist elsewhere, fair enough. I can't imagine they don't exist in the rest of Europe because it's just a robin. I mean, it's not like some fucking rare bird. But I really do love them. And the thing is, with a lot of other birds, you don't see them every day. But when it's spring and I'm digging in the garden and a robin turns up, it makes me happy. It makes my soul sing to see his little face.
Honestly, I didn't know what I was going to say, but after your speech, Robin has got to be there.
I appreciate that.
I do. The one bird I do enjoy seeing a lot in the garden, which is very common, is the parakeet. Love a little parakeet chilling.
They're so funky.
Yeah.
Like when we're in the park or something.
I don't expect to see him about. And
it's
then all of a sudden,
very
there's
southeast.
Just like 3 green lads just having a go at the birds.
As the summer goes on, like July, August, there are fucking dozens of them, and because Southwest London, I don't really know if Northwest London has the same sort of volume of parks and green spaces. I assume it does.
We have quite a lot of parks.
Yeah, but we've got obviously we've got, especially around Twickenham, Richmond area, you've got Richmond Park, you've got Bushy Park. There's parks pretty much everywhere, Marble Hill, all of these parks. And there's a lot of trees, a lot of green space, so we do get a lot of birds. Like, I've seen a sparrowhawk. There's a sparrowhawk that lives near me. There's an owl that lives near me. And, you know, that's great. Kingfishers. You see kingfishers, which is fantastic. You don't expect to see them.
That's a rarity.
That is a rarity. Herons, we see herons all the time. That's a big fat wall!
Herons are super positive.
They are amazing.
They are so fucking majestic.
This is a big fight, but they're all locked down here. Look at these stuns that Calamity Sam's putting out. Pug Daddy in danger!
Again, they're actually losing this game.
Wow, they actually are!
We cannot get through the tankiness. They're just running out of damage. Vinicus, I don't think, has got a kill for a while. Yeah, watching a heron fly,
amazing.
It looks like he's not putting any effort in at all. He's just like, he's just basically floating.
So the parakeets in this country, there are a couple of stories about how they got here. They started off in the Richmond and Twickenham area, like that's just fact. And people were like, well, there's a film studio near there, and they were filming a film at Twickenham Studios, and they escaped, and they've been resident ever since. Not true. Everybody puts it down to a Humphrey Bogart film. I can't remember what it's called. He goes on a riverboat. Something with the word Queen is in it. Either way, it's not the case because they weren't in the film and they didn't fucking have them. Oh, hello, this is trouble. Java Wava fucking. Oh, hello, that's a good punch. Might be able to eat the punch here. He's bashed. Java Wava taking some hits. He's in trouble. They're going to back it up. Can we get some notice?
Daddy's in.
Daddy is in. There's
Mr.
another
Lotus.
hook. It's an AA blast. Catches two.
It's a big AO.
Oh, they're going to lose Life Stealer.
Lava, though. And Vinicus is trying his best to fight here. There's a stun from Daddy, but they're just not doing any damage.
Dude, the ult just fucking drops off.
Might be. I mean, the rockets from fucking Gyro as well. So annoying.
They're going to get late.
Cleaning up the ranks here. Daddy can't do anything.
Every spring, a mourning dove builds her nest in a plant from my backyard. That's fantastic. We get a lot of wood pigeons around here. They're lovely. There were a pair that lived in the tree near my house, and then we had to get, sadly, it wasn't a tree that belonged. It was a weed that grew into a tree, and it was at a point where it was going to knock down my fence and the neighbor's fence. So it was like, we're going to have to get rid of it, unfortunately. So we did. Which was a shame, because it was like a young tree. It was like maybe 8 years old, so it was getting there. But it was just wrong place, wrong time. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't have been there. Wow, Vinicus fucking dipped on that. He definitely could have got that kill.
Yeah, he even had Harpooner.
They're looking for 60-minute items. Yeah, ducks, geese, swans, you know, who doesn't love those? Alright, favorite duck. Let's narrow this down. Favorite duck. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just a classic of I'm a fan of the classic
just a mallard. Just a mallard.
Yeah.
So I like the mandarin duck. Those ones, the lass is kind of like most female birds because they got to stay hidden with the eggs. They're quite plain dappled brown and white, right?
Yeah.
The lad has like this fucking amazing flare head thing. Really fucking crazy fancy. Bonnyjoi, everyone knows that, alright? Because we're not at school anymore. So the corkscrew penis.
Oh, the mandarin duck does look cool.
Yeah, they look cool.
I'm a big fan. It looks like some crazy character creation.
It does.
Has gone on here.
I do love crispy duck with pancakes. That is a banger.
Oh man, duck is such a fucking good food. Holy shit.
Do you know what though? I'll be honest with you. If it's not duck done in a crispy duck style, I can take or leave it. It's all right.
Mate, I went to, you know that there's this fucking restaurant run by Michelle Roux or something like that. It's called the Waterside.
Yeah.
Something, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I had some roast duck there. The best meal I've ever had.
Really? I mean, I'm sure if
It
it's
was
done
fun.
right, it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like it was for my mate's like 21st birthday or something.
Fantastic.
Like that, and he knows the family, and so we had this like private room there. Fucking phenomenal.
Ruddy shell
I've
duck.
never had duck. Never had duck.
Let's have a look at the ruddy shell duck. That's a good-looking duck. That is a fucking handsome duck.
What's it called?
The ruddy shell duck. He is fantastic. Just a nice looking duck.
That's just a quality duck.
That is it. That is a fucking fine
It
duck.
looks more like a wild duck than the rest of the channel.
What do we got? Robertus has Giant's Ring. Tomps has gone for Arcanist.
It's kind of like a proto duck.
We've got a Giant's Ring on Robertus.
He is so strong, but okay, I don't know. It's not to get level 25, but
Oh, hello. Sam dead. 2 minutes. Slark on the back line gets a
Gibbo is
kill.
down,
They've got the
but
gyro.
myself
Pog
needs to
Daddy
get up
stuns
too.
3. Can they get more? Robertus is coming up here. The stun goes down. Pog Daddy might be able to get out of the circle. He does. Do they not have a gem at this point, really? Java Wa's trying to fight
that's
2.
a nice eat.
Help Java Wava. Help Java Wava.
Oh, he's eating them.
Oh my
God, he
goodness.
got him. That's 2 dead.
Robertus with a big stun. He's going to get them both. Java Wava's trying to heal up. Here comes Gibbo. Ball back.
The tier 4s are going down.
Oh, whoops-a-daisy. Oh, whoops-a-daisy.
If he can stall for a bit, could not. But, oh man, if you could stall for a bit longer, the base actually might have gone down. Okay, what's my make situation like? 30 seconds and 80 gold on Hoodwink, so they'll probably have 3 up for this fight. Not 3, sorry, 4. But can I spec myself get out? It doesn't look like it.
No.
He's so close. Now he's gonna blink. Wait. No, wait. Oh, I thought he was gonna hook there.
I thought he had him. Look at the heels.
I thought he was
Holy
just gonna
shit.
blink out after that, but okay, and he doesn't.
He doesn't.
That was a crazy play. So Hoodwink is going to have buyback in 20 gold. They'll have Hoodwink up. They have Snap. Less
yeah,
Less have bots.
Ducks are great. They're, I do wish people knew not to feed them bread. That's like a tradition that's been handed down. You need to stop feeding them bread. That was poor from Tomps.
Yeah.
Might be able to get some
Big
buildings
Ducks.
here, though. They're going to get some
Ducks are
buildings.
Pretty solid.
What a comeback.
I'm not very big on geese. Geese can kind of get fucked.
I like geese. People think they're aggressive. Who gives a shit? It's a goose. I was saying this the other day. Do you ever fought a goose? No, because you always think, oh, it's being aggressive. Who cares? Fucking have it. It's a goose. What's he going to do? Robertus taking 0 damage here. They get the stun off.
Get down here.
Yay, boss! It's gonna land! It doesn't
Oh,
land!
it's a huge land. Oh my god, he might be dead.
Oh shit!
Nice Lincolns. None of them have
They're
died.
going for the end.
Pog Daddy is fucked up big time. His ult is completely whiffed.
Pog Daddy is L-ing this game. The stun is missed. Oh shit, my camera work is all over the place. Pog Daddy in danger. In comes the triple
Daddy
cooldown.
very dead.
The rocket is on Pog Daddy. That is going to get a
Fine.
bit of a return.
The base is
The
going
fountain,
down.
the throne, the
They
game.
called it.
What a game
That was
one.
a huge Pog game.
Pog Daddy is nothing without me. Bonnyjoi, never let it be said you're a bad teammate, because that's the kind of spirit that people love that. All right, who was the manager before Alex Ferguson?
Oh,
Of
God.
Man U.
God no. I mean that's before I was born.
Big Ron Atkinson.
Ron. Big Ron.
You know he got fired for racist comments, right?
I did not know. I don't even know who he is, to be honest.
So Ron Atkinson looks like... Did you ever watch EastEnders?
Yes, of course.
So he looks like if someone's long-lost dad that they'd only hinted at turned up.
Turned up.
If you Google Ron Atkinson and they were like, all right, Sharon, and she turned and you just saw his face, that is Ron Atkinson. So Google Ron Atkinson, look at a picture of his face. That is what Ron looks like.
No, he's Ron Atkinson.
Nice
He
jump,
really
Don't
does.
suggest resubbed
He
for
really
6
does.
months.
It's the
That was
comb
fun.
over, it's his big, I mean, his face is big. His grin, you can imagine with a pair of mirrored shades. You look at him with a picture with shades on. I'm going to pop. This is classic Ron. This is it. I'm posting this in Goons. This is to me what Ron Atkinson looks like, right? Geezer.
Yeah.
Absolute geezer.
He is the guy who runs the markets in East.
Yeah, he's in charge of them. Listen, I'm telling you, it's 5p. I get 5 pence per spud. 5p a potato? Ron, come on, mate. That's going to make me a penny. After tax, I'm making nothing. Oh, I don't care, son. Sell some more spuds. He's like that. And maybe he goes in 50-50 on the garage with the Mitchell brothers. He's that kind of background character. So, Ron Atkinson was a TV presenter. Like, he would be one of the pundits. And then he said some really fucking unbelievable shit. If you look on Wikipedia and go to broadcasting career racist comments, which is the title of it, I mean that's just despicable. So he thought he didn't realize he was live on air when he said it, and it was broadcast to various countries in the Middle East because he thought it was over. He was a columnist at the Guardian at the time when he said this, and a lot of players came out and said, "Oh no, you know." He gave me my first chance and all the rest of it. He's not racist, but you don't say what he said
Nice jump,
if you're not racist.
Greg
Like, I'm
Gypsy
sorry,
King
but
just
you don't.
resubbed for 14 months.
Yeah, so they
King from
booted him.
Mississippi. Big fan of the Inhouses.
Big fan of the Inhouses. Grazie. Great Gypsy King, you need to get in here, bud. We need bodies. Well, there's a lot of bodies now. Look at this. Who's Yim?
Oh, and then he tried to play it off with the same argument as I'm friends with loads of black.
Yeah, no, he literally did. Yeah.
Said I was one of the first managers in the game to give black players a chance.
And Carlton Palmer
Nice
comes in like,
job,
no, it's
Alistair.
true. Ron's
Gibbo
not a racist.
789 just resubbed for 36 months. What a
like,
comeback.
well-
Never in doubt.
Thank you, Gibbo. Yim is a good lad. Listen, whenever I say who is this, I'm never saying they're not a good lad. I'm just questioning, have they played the in-houses? I'm pretty sure Yim's played the last couple of weeks, and I've every time said, who is this? Same with Teehee. I don't know who Teehee is either. Alex is back. I haven't seen Alex in a while.
I think I don't know if it was like something we said where we're like the in-house is on the way out. Suddenly, it's
We
like
got
fucking.
bodies.
It's something like last sale on. Fucking
Yeah.
70% off.
I mean, I
Everyone's
do
getting
still
in.
think, even just for Aries' sanity, we should take until
Yeah,
a little bit of time off.
Also, then Plague won't have to make 70 excuses.
That fucking flake.
Yeah.
I'm amazed he turned up on Saturday, Ashwin.
Yeah. True.
Didn't have some gold to measure somewhere. To assay.
He wasn't working on blocking out the sun or anything like that.
Yes, I'm here to cast the in-houses. Who would be Smithers? Probably Airy, actually. Airy is Smithers.
That is true.
Does nice things for everybody for very little thanks. Who's Hans Moleman? Am I Hans Moleman? The oldest guy?
God, Hans
or am I
Moleman.
Grandpa?
There's
I think
plenty
I'm
of lads who
Grandpa.
could be Hans Moleman. You are Grandpa.
I think I'm Grandpa Simpson. Who's Ralph Wiggum? Ooh.
Oh, we went through this before. Do you know what? I might just give it to Riley. He was the wild sheriff who did a wild banning, which I can imagine, like fucking Chief Wiggum's gun just randomly going off.
Yeah.
That's Riley.
Take him away, Ties.
I'm gonna go get my dinner while this is starting up.
I must go for it.
You talk about your favourite.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pop to the loo. It's only the draw.
tortoise or
Go
something.
grab your dinner. I don't know anything about tortoises. Terry, there you go. Oh, please tell me this didn't happen. Erin Moriarty, who plays Starlight in The Boys, has had seemingly an unbelievable amount of plastic surgery. Why? She was gorgeous. And even then, why? Oh, that's such a shame. Ugh. Duffman! That's such a shame. She was really good in The Boys. I mean, presumably that she's still going to be in it. But you're not going to recognize her. Like, if you look at this picture of what she looks like now, you're going to be like, oh, why did they replace the actor who was playing Starlight? By the way, how do you lot feel about the whole actor thing? Because I've just taken to calling everyone actor. But they still give awards for Best Actor and Best Actress. And I think, should I refer to a woman actor as actress? Or just actor? Like, I always just call them actor. I call everyone as an actor. I don't really know. I don't know what's right. Because I feel like all the institutions and everything are still calling them actresses. And you still see the term all the time. I don't know what's right. I just say actor. I mean, you're acting, aren't you? You're an actor. I'm sure it wouldn't. I'm sure it wouldn't really bother anybody. No, no, no. It's true. It is true. That is her, Erin Moriarty. She has had this work done. It is a thing. It's a real shame.
Dire team remaining. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Radiant team ban.
That picture, I don't know, I can't find.
Dire team ban.
I don't know if that's accurate or not. We'll have to find out, I guess. It's a shame. She was really pretty.
10 seconds.
I hate it when people do that to themselves. I fucking hate plastic surgery. Have you told Eagle what hero he's playing yet, Ted? He has to play core Undying. No. Earth Spirit.
Radiant team ban.
He has to play core Earth Spirit.
Dire team ban.
That's a shame, Dave.
Seconds.
I think, look, I understand that there is a big pressure on people, especially women, to look a certain way in Hollywood. There always has been. And sadly, I think even though you can say it's just Hollywood, I think it's also audiences. So I think we are to blame for judging women's appearance. I mean, here's something I always think about, right? Think how often you watch a movie and the age difference and the attractiveness difference between the male and female lead is so fucking vast that you think, if this was real life, there's no fucking way. And yet, movies do that, and they still do it, and they will always do it. The dude can be in his 60s, and the woman at the most can be late 30s, maybe early 40s. Now, to look great, and she's just swept away. Clint Eastwood and Rene Russo in The Line of Fire is one of the best examples of this you will ever see. The dude was literally around when JFK was shot. 30 years later, he's still a Secret Service agent. He's old as fuck, and Rene Russo can't resist him. Fuck off. Fuck off. It's just ridiculous.
Dire team ban. Seconds remaining. 5
What's this
seconds
message?
remaining. Radiant team ban. Radiant team pick.
This is the message I've sent to Eagle. What would you like me to play? Earth Spirit carry and carry only. Not mid. Good luck. You have your mission. And he says, thanks. I don't think he means it. So you say it's Clint Eastwood, though. But it's not Clint Eastwood in the movie, is it? He's a washed-up Secret Service agent who couldn't save JFK's life. So why is Rene Russo who is on a career, you know, she's doing great, she's well regarded. What, she's gonna fall for Clint Eastwood because he can fucking play the piano and he's kind of nice? Fuck off.
Dire team pick.
Earth Spirit.
God, it's hot in my room now. I've made it too warm.
10 seconds remaining.
Whew! There it is.
5 seconds remaining.
Don't cry when you
Dire
lose.
team pick.
That's Bonnyjoi.
Gyrocopter.
David, I don't know which action movies you're referring to, but the peak of action movies was the 80s. And the
10
big stars
seconds
then were
remaining.
Arnie and Stallone and, to a lesser extent, Van Damme.
5 seconds
None of them
remaining.
had normal bodies. So I think that's bollocks.
Yeah, I mean, they're super.
They're like literally the beginning of that.
I mean, if you look at Stallone and fucking like Stallone and Rocky 1 had a pretty normal body.
I think it's
Stallone
still
and
pretty
Rocky
big.
4. I know, but it's like compared to Stallone and Rocky 4, it's like he's just an actual tank.
Yeah, but they they were the beginning of that whole movement. Like
Yeah.
Arnie and the whole muscle thing, that was the 80s. That's when, like in the 70s, like we're watching, for example, we're watching TJ Hooker at the moment, right? Early 80s. You hardly ever see people who are genuinely fucking jacked. When you do, they stick out a mile. Zmed is in incredible shape.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah,
Right? He is in
He's normal,
incredible shape
but
for
he's
the
like
early 80s.
athletic shape,
Very
not fucking
athletic.
body
Looks
shape.
like a swimmer. He's got that kind of body, all the rest of it. And that's kind of his whole thing. They found an actor who was in incredible shape. Shatner was not in incredible shape at all. He just looks like a lad.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, all the Star Trek movies really didn't really
5
have any
seconds remaining.
jacked lads in. You look at the more recent Star Trek movies, Kirk is stacked. Spock is not like weak looking. He looks strong. But yeah, everybody, like, there are a lot of very ripped dudes. I watched Fast X
Dire team
last night.
Yeah. Not the most recent one.
Yeah, which I didn't realize is part 1. There's a second part coming.
Yeah.
It ends on quite the cliffhanger,
That seems to
actually.
be quite common these days.
So it's got Jason Momoa. It's got Vin Diesel. It's got, previously
10
it's had The
seconds
Rock in.
remaining.
It's got John Cena in. It's got the guy, did I say Jack Reacher? The guy who
5
plays Jack
seconds
Reacher?
remaining.
It's
Him as well.
It's got Statham. It's got like
Yeah.
all the lads in it.
It's just a gun show, really.
They're all fucking enormous. They're all fucking enormous. Like Momoa is huge.
Yeah.
They're all such big guys. That's
10
action heroes these
seconds
days.
remaining.
You just got to be massive.
5
I mean, I
seconds
watched
remaining.
Warrior as well the other night. That's a 2011 movie. That's got Tom Hardy in. I think that was the film that Tom Hardy bulked up for. He is so fucking big. Yeah, The Expendables. I mean, they're all fucking roided and growth hormoned out of their fucking tits. They are so fucking... There's no way that's natural. No fucking way. Well, Stallone is like 107 years old and he can jack on that kind of muscle. Fuck off.
Stallone is one of the most unnatural lads to look at. Like The Rock will be roided to fuck.
Yes, Keanu never did that, to be
10
fair to him. He
seconds
just looks like a lad who's in decent shape.
5
At no
seconds
point
remaining.
have I ever thought... Like, I can't imagine him going to Keanu Reeves and saying, we need you to bulk up massively for this role. And him saying, absolutely, whatever it takes. Like, Chris Pratt did that, right? Like, they all fucking do it. Mickey Rourke? Jesus. Yeah. But Mickey Rourke at least had some excuse, which is that he tried to become, after being an actor, I think he tried to become a boxer for a while.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know, Red. I'm fucking getting Reacher ads right up the arse. It's almost entering middle-aged fantasy, like a lot of these things. the original Jack Reacher movies were pure old man fantasy stuff. I don't know if you guys have been recommended these things on YouTube when quote-unquote roadmen meet real tough guys. And it'll always be some white dude in his 50s or 60s who kicks their ass. Yeah. Tom Cruise in Reacher. Fucking... Who is it? There's a film with Michael Caine and... hold on a sec. I will find out for you. I will be right with you, I assure you.
Okay. I mean, you get it in The Kingsman as well, a little bit. Just like some fucking old gent starring on noob.
Right, Robert Duvall. In The Kingsman, like the thing, what is it called? Nobody. It's got Bob Odenkirk in. The Equalizer with Denzel Washington is probably in his late 60s. He's 69. And am I genuinely to believe that he goes into a room...
when the first one was made, he must have been 60.
Yeah, he was 60. Yeah, Liam Neeson. It's literally fantasy for guys my age and up to say, yeah, it's know-how that gets you by on the street. No problem, because I've got knowledge. I've got know-how. I think those lads will just stab you and you're dead. Like, I want to see, where are these stories? I mean, anytime there's a news article where some old guy kicks a mugger's ass, it's front page news. This doesn't happen often. This doesn't happen often. Kurt Russell and Gibson were great as action stars without being huge. Yeah, Gran Torino, Clint Eastwood, exactly. Turning up and showing a bunch of minorities who's boss. That's the whole movie. So what were the great action movies that Kurt Russell and Mel Gibson were in? And I will accept Braveheart as a Mel Gibson answer, but Mel Gibson was pretty fucking jacked in Braveheart. Go look at some pictures of him in Braveheart, and then look at him in his earlier career. Bruce Willis got bigger as the Die Hard movies went on. You look at Die Hard 1, he's still in great shape. Escape from New York came out in the 80s, and it was a John Carpenter movie. It was not a big action movie. Escape from New York was not some mega hit. Gibson and Lethal Weapon, yes, but that was a buddy cop movie. That's subtly different. His whole thing was being crazy.
The battle begins.
I'm telling you, I've looked into this. Russell Crowe in Gladiator was in pretty good shape. Yeah, he was pretty good shape. He wasn't huge.
Yeah.
There was that one lad with him that was huge, the German lad.
Yeah.
But yeah, fair. Right, I'm going to be eyes glued on Eagle Pos 1 Earth Spirit.
He's going for... Is that an Echo Saber? I think it is.
Backdraft? Come on. Yeah, Hugh Jackman got pretty fucking big, didn't he?
He was colossal. He was fucking colossal. His chest looked like a fucking Dorito, the way it was shaped.
Eagle's got none of these. Last hitting as a melee hero and playing a spirit. He's got no last hits from that first wave.
First blood.
Oh.
First blood.
Bonnyjoi killed and tipped. Lamau. Can't take it too easy on you, says Bonnyjoi. The guy who played John Coffey died. God, what was his name? Michael Duncan Hall? Was that his name? Or was it just Michael Duncan? Michael Clark Duncan. Yeah, died, sadly. Age 54.
Do you know who wasn't in amazing shape for an action-esque production? It's Jenks. Jenks was just a bloke.
Jenks?
Yep.
This is game 2, Plague. The first game was an hour-long comeback mega thrill fest.
I mean, I imagine there was probably quite a few, you know, like, in terms of, like, Marvel thing. I guess they are kind of action. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say.
I mean, they're meant to be. They're playing superheroes, so it's like, oh shit! I think Bonnyjoi's in trouble again.
Paul something or other.
Paul Rudd.
Yeah, he wasn't. I don't think Ryan Reynolds was in like phenomenal shape. He was in great shape, but he wasn't like in roided shape.
You should have known better.
So I can't help but feel that 1 point in blinding light is pretty handy in these situations. You might be able to join game 3. Oh, yeah, please do, Blake. I'd love to have you. Oh, Dave might be in danger here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's KBJ versus Dave. It's the classic. It is the classic. So I don't like Tom Cruise as a guy, but I love him in the Mission Impossible movies, and I really, really, really enjoyed the new Top Gun movie. Just good, solid, old school action.
Yeah.
You know what you're gonna get. Toaster, the question was brought up and we're addressing it.
So who said what?
He said this is like when Mac in Always Sunny won't stop talking about dudes' physiques. I don't know who Mac is. I haven't watched the show yet.
Mac is. Oh man, it's kind of hard to describe him.
Is he the guy
not,
that...
He's not the fucking ridiculously nuts guy, and he's not like the Chatham.
Is he the guy that's kind of the good-looking guy who's always sort of schmoozing the ladies?
No, that's Dennis.
Okay, so who's the guy? Is Mac the guy that was Rob McElhenney's character?
Oh, God, I don't know the fucking name of the actor. Hang on.
He's then bought Wrexham Football Club.
Yeah, that's
oh,
Mac.
George Clooney as Batman was not jacked. George Clooney has never been jacked.
Bonnyjoi is kind of getting owned by.
I mean, I'm just thinking.
Oh my God.
Do you think of Home Alone, right? Macaulay Culkin was fucking ripped in that movie. Dude was fucking huge. That's why he was able to win all those fights against those grown men.
Yeah.
What if Michael Jackson had lived, right, and hadn't been guilty of all that shit, and decided to become fucking jacked in later life? Michael Jackson, like just enormous.
Go down the Hugh Jackman.
The girl is mine. His voice gets all deep.
Jackson?
Just beat it. Just
oh,
beat
you're
it.
Nettie.
Simon Pegg doesn't seem to have got jacked, but he's definitely been doing something because his whole body shape has changed. I think if you go to Hollywood and hang around with good-looking actors all the time, you're going to want to get in shape. That's just the way it is.
There are plenty of lads who just don't do that though. But
Yeah.
they're like super A-listers. You don't have to care.
Like whom?
Like like fucking like
Dench.
Tom Hanks, for example. Just like doesn't need to care.
Oh yeah, true. But he's not playing like...
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of films I've seen where Tom Hanks has to actually physically, like, altercate with somebody. Sully wasn't punching people out.
Did he do anything in the Green Mile? Can't remember.
No, he had a fucking groin infection. I don't think there's any action that he's involved in pretty much all his movies. He shoots some lads in Saving Private Ryan. That was like 20 plus years ago. A jacked Tom Hanks. I mean, if you look at the Lord of the Rings, can you imagine if Aragorn was fucking stacked?
I mean, who was any of them? Were any of them like fucking Omega stacked?
No.
Yeah, I guess Gimli could have been.
I mean, the dwarven strength is like, you know, he's a stocky, muscly guy. Right, but in Castaway he was thin. He wasn't jacked. What's JonnyBoi question marking? And if you look at Castaway, he gets in shape. As I understand it, he got in shape and they filmed that stuff, and then he put on weight. Isn't that right? Because otherwise he would have had to wait. It's easier, much quicker to put on weight than lose it, right? So, as I understand it, he did all the stuff where he lost weight before the production. Then they filmed all the thin Tom Hanks stuff. And then they had him just eat fucking pasta and ice cream 17 times a day.
Well, Christian Bale is known for his incredible body transformation.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, was he? I mean, what's his most jacked form? I mean, how jacked was he in Batman?
I think he was in pretty good shape. He wasn't huge, but he was definitely in great shape.
I think he was in great shape in American Psycho.
He was in great shape, yeah, he was. But it was like, it looked like new muscle. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, in The Machinist, he was eating an orange a day and just water. That's how he lost all that weight. And if you look at him in American Psycho, it's like that pretty boy muscle, where it's just him going down in the gym and fucking popping roids and developing muscle, but he's not like... He's never going to be like The Rock, you know what I mean? A dude, or like fucking John Cena is now a
like, you know, The Rock has ridiculous genetics as well. Like, his dad, of course, was like a fucking colossal wrestler.
You look at Dave Bautista, that dude is fucking enormous, dude.
Yeah. Oh, here comes the charge.
This is a big fight. They do get
Bonnyjoi at the end. Krusty Jim has got fucking Bonnyjoi in his pocket.
He has right in the pocket. Like, Dave Bautista is so big. How tall is he? He must be like 6'5" or some shit. Yeah, Matthew McConaughey in Dallas Buyers Club. That's true. That was a great movie. I always liked the Between Two Ferns with him.
Where's my pension?
Like, Jonah Hill lost a load of weight, right? And got all jacked.
When did he get jacked? What did he get jacked for?
I can't remember, but he just lost a bunch of weight.
I mean, he's always been the pudgy lad.
Yeah, but not anymore. Not for quite a few film roles. And oddly enough, I think his career has dried up as a result. Because he was, like, in Superbad, he was just, like, the fat, funny guy.
Yeah.
And then in pretty much all his films, that's all he was. Like,
yeah, exactly.
That one where they have... they sell guns. I can't remember what it's called. He's fat in that. And then he decides to lose all the weight.
Dave is fucking fighting these lads here.
Dave don't give a hoot. Dave doesn't give a hoot. Got him. Pretty low on health there, Mr. Simpson, no.
I don't know why Flex they sound like that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. Yes, he was big in Moneyball. I mean, I think he was really.
Wait, who
good
are we on? Fucking. Yeah, he was. Yeah. I mean,
so Pitt has never been huge, but Brad Pitt has the body of a guy who's consistently been in shape and works out.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely could be huge, but he's a lad. I didn't think he.
He doesn't do this kind of roles. He smokes too much weed.
Maybe that's it.
They have him and Angelina had a house in Richmond.
I mean, what roles would it have made sense to him to be fucking colossal?
Captain America.
Wait, was he in that?
No. Saying, would he play Captain America?
Oh, I see.
Krusty Jim in danger.
I don't know actually. It's so hard to imagine.
Here comes Eagle.
Roles played by other actors. When you're so familiar, like, you know, fucking.
What about
Big Chris
Benedict Cumberbatch as the Hulk, and he has to bulk up?
I wonder what Benedict Cumberbatch bulked would look like.
Patrick Stewart as Spider-Man. Just mix it all up.
Yeah, that's good actually.
Has to get massive. So Patrick, we're gonna need you to bulk up massively for this role. Oh really? Yep. Put down that pipe. And pick up these dumbbells. Danny DeVito? Yeah, Danny DeVito would be the weirdest body transformation ever. Lad's built a career. By the way, can I just say, KBJ is high or something. He wants no part of this video game.
Where? He's just playing. Oh, he's down there. I see. He's farming. Getting fourth on the network. Not third. He's only got 18 last hits, and I do not want to know how long
he's just down there. Dude, he's been down there for like 10 minutes.
He's just got one last hit from that wave. Oh dear.
Turns on the
That
heel.
is incredible.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh. Oh, it looks like Krusty Yim has been owned here. Can Eagle get out?
Oh my god, Llama! Larry, why now? Oh, you melt.
And what about a jacked Daniel Radcliffe?
He's
What?
definitely got more ripped.
Jacked Elijah Wood.
I mean, I was most when fucking Neville got jacked. That was the stupidest shit. What was that?
Yeah. I mean, he had a significant glow up. Thing is, like, a part of me thinks he had a glow up. I mean, obviously had a glow up, but they made him. They tried to make him a bit ugly. You know, they gave him a dodgy haircut. You know, they didn't do him any favors with the clothes he was wearing.
Carl's just what is he thinking? He's managed to get about just under a third of the damage on this tower. Job done, guys. They rotated for me. Got me. Yeah, could you have maybe come over here with your fucking busted Witch Doctor ult at any point? Oh, gotta get refresher first.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Whose initial starburst?
Don't know, mate. That could be the lads, like Mamba or whatever the
Yeah,
guy said. Can't remember his name. It's not important. I had an M in there somewhere, maybe even two.
Johnny giving him the run around and stopping to type a question mark. Surely.
There it is.
He's thinking.
Aw.
He's thinking.
He needs to stand in his horse. He could kill this monkey, but okay, maybe
Oh,
he
hello.
was going to do it instead.
Bottom tower is
Bam.
under attack.
Shit, is Eagle at 5, 1, and 6? Even as core Earth Spirit, he's pogging off.
It's almost like he's Ancient 5.
I'm very proud of you.
What is KBJ doing? He's mid.
He is a fucking disaster. Tip this man.
The horn that gored you.
Good old KBJ.
I mean, look, whatever happens, all I need is more KBJs and Dave Yognauts, and the in-houses will continue, because watching these lads is just fascinating.
Was Daniel Craig ever jacked?
Fucking Bond, dude. He was enormous.
But I don't even know if he was enormous.
Yeah, he was.
He seemed like achievable.
The dude was big, dude. Given Daniel Craig before and then Daniel Craig in Bond, he was
Well, I
fucking
guess that's
ripped,
fair.
dude.
Have any of the doctors been ripped?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I reckon Matt Smith might have been rocking bottom.
Fucking who cares, mate? It's Doctor Who.
Just theorising at the point. Bonnyjoi. Oh my god, can Paragon get away? He's got away.
This is some game.
Dire's top tower.
Get him, KBJ! Oh, oh, he's in the lion's den. The
He's
Jukes!
fine.
What is he doing?
Oh, he's back in the thick of it. KBJ's here though. No, KBJ cancelled his ult. No, he didn't have his ult.
He
up.
didn't
Never
have
mind,
it.
He just. Oh, and now Eagle gets punished for it. Now KBJ.
Get him.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
When I think of jacked, I think of someone whose muscles are so fucking big that their shoulders look like thigh muscles. Right? That is big. And they've got just their head gets bigger, their neck starts to disappear. They're fucking huge, right? If you are ripped, to me that's like, if you see them shirtless or whatever, they've got the abs, there's no fat. Henry Cavill is fucking jacked. That dude is jacked.
He is enormous.
He is a fucking huge dude. Think about Tom Holland is not jacked. He's like ripped, right?
Yeah, he's in great shape.
Yeah. Timothy Chalamet, I'm sure, is ripped.
Yeah. Oh.
He's dead. They got him.
Oh, I was looking somewhere else.
Is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think Daniel Craig was big enough. You're right, he's not as big as I remember. He was big. He's got boobs for muscles. Like, that's... Let me show you this picture.
Alright.
Look at that. Those are some pretty big muscles. But he's not like Dave Bautista big. But is that the marker? Oh, he's big, but he's not as big as Dave Bautista.
I don't even know anymore. I think it's like the scale is like expanded so much.
I think Timothy Chalamet is pretty ripped. When
I
I
mean,
saw him in June, he's in pretty good shape.
Yeah. He must be pretty ripped.
Long
I mean,
Kiss Goodnight.
Even Cumberbatch could be having some abs.
I think he could be shredded.
Yeah.
But not like jacked. Hench, you know what I mean? None of these lads are hench. Hench like dench. This is what you want from your carry player, just fucking YOLOing in.
Yeah.
D.
What? He's just away!
Oh my god! Ancient gaming.
Where were the roots from
Who knows?
Willow?
Coward, says Larry Long. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a lot of it is roids and like fucking animal growth hormones. A lot of it as well is like the techniques that people have come up with to get enormous. Improvements in diet and workout, and they fucking, you know, all these people who figured it out.
And a lot of fucking pet.
Yeah, all that fucking pet. He's afraid.
Wonder what I mean. Was Michael Caine ripped?
No, not at any point.
Mate, I reckon he could be hiding something.
No.
He could be hiding something big.
I can't think of a single film that I've ever seen Michael Caine in where he like was ripped. Even when he was in Get Carter, he was just like, now you're a big bloke, but I do this for a living, so sit down. Like he was just gnarly. You know what I mean? He was just. I don't think Michael Caine has ever been ripped. Sean Connery had a great physique. Like that was the classic guy who's in shape physique, but he was never like jacked. Gal Gadot's in great shape. That lass in the Fast movies, Michelle Rodriguez is her name, I think. Something like that. She's pretty stacked.
Yeah, but I don't know if she's just like super stocky.
Don't
I mean,
know.
she is like incredibly muscular, but there's also definitely some genetics that makes her overly stocky.
What about Ronda Rousey? Wasn't she in The Untouchables? Not The Untouchables, the fucking Impenetrables? What's it called? The Invincibles? Ah, shit. The one with everyone's in it. Indescribables?
Expendables.
Expendables, thank you. She's in the Fast X movie. She's in pretty good shape.
Yeah, but they're all fucking. She's a wrestler, right? She's in WWE.
Yeah, I think with Willem Dafoe, you just think this lad eats like nuts and berries that he can forage from the woodland. Goes out naked into the wood at dawn. That's how he lives. You know what I mean? The guy never eats fat. I don't drink. You know, he just doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. Just reads French poetry and chills in a fucking shack somewhere. And then when they need him, they call him up. They send a pigeon.
Dire's middle tower.
Already 4-star himself on JonnyBoi. That makes no sense. Got nothing without your rolls.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Okay,
What?
dude.
They are actually both dead here. They have been fucked over. How? 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 Johnny sucks at Cole. Holy shit. Yes, Dave.
Oh, Dave.
Dire's top tower.
I'm watching the
is
wrong
under
person. Who's
attack.
Dave playing?
Gyro.
Gyro. Okay. Yeah,
He just
died.
had a rocket on him.
He did. He died.
You got to give Dave the small wins.
Yep. Oh my god. The lad in Northman was fucking shredded to an inch of his life.
Yeah, I mean, what? I mean, I guess Vikings
Skarsgård
were
is
probably like that.
That's true, but I mean, Skarsgård is literally if he's
Were
in
they
something.
that big, though? I mean, there must have been some pretty weird genetics in Viking
Yeah.
blood that just makes it colossal.
So Skarsgård is probably, I'd say, her ranking of lads goes like. Skarsgård, I think, is number 1. And I think Cavill is number 2. I'm like number 15. But the point is, these lads are good-looking lads. Like, Skarsgård is a very fucking good-looking lad. And in the Northman, I mean, that dude was, you know, Jesus Christ. He was like the perfect dude.
Yeah.
Brrr. Oh, that's poor from Krusty.
And when you've got a lad fighting over fucking Llama as well, it's gonna look pretty sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Eagle's gone pretty much straight heart.
I mean, Stellan Skarsgård has been in so many movies. His way of speaking always makes me laugh. What the bloody hell are you talking about?
Dire's
He always
middle tower
sentences
is
always start like that and then tail off. You watch Skarsgård, that's the way he acts. It's very funny.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Your damn full experiment's gonna get us all killed. Once you've heard it, you can't unhear it. Big fan of both the Skarsgårds. That's a father-son combo, much like the Gleasons.
Yeah. Oh. What's happening here?
Brendan and
Dave's dead.
Donald, both fantastic.
Rusty is in trouble, but he looks like he's fine. That's a nice ice pod, and the bomb goes as well. Where's the rest of your spells, KBJ?
Dude.
Where is Cole? There. Oh, he's not going.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's activated his ult. He's ready. Can he produce anything? He summoned some horses. Dagon.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This is just Fight Central. This is the influence of JonnyBoi. You get him in a game, it's going to be fighty, he's going to tilt the enemy, they're going to want to kill him, and it's going to result in a fucking bloodbath.
Don't stun your mate. Oh my god. He just doesn't understand what he's doing at all.
Dire's middle
It's like
tower
watching me
is
play
under
Cole.
attack.
Really now? You should have seen that coming.
He is top net worth though. He's made a lot of money.
Oh man, fucking Andor's so good, man. Season 2 of that must be coming at some point. If you haven't seen it, True Detective Season 4, Season 2 and Season 3, fuck off. Season 4, the first episode, is phenomenal. I was glued to it. Got some great actors in it. Jodie Foster's in it. It's got the lad who was in Deadwood, whose name I can never remember. He always plays his kind of gimpy American characters.
Dire's top tower
Who else is in
under
it?
attack.
What's her name is in it? Fran something or other. She's excellent. As soon as I saw her, I was like, this is going to be good. Can't remember her bloody name. I can never remember her name, but she's excellent. I think she's Australian. It's got elements of, like, The Thing, along with a sort of Fargo-ish,
Dire's top
vaguely
tower has
Fargo-ish thing. Oh, shit. This might be trouble for Jim.
fallen. Dire's top tower is
I
under
think if he doesn't get back to Fountain soon, he's dead.
He is dead. KBJ
I
with
don't
the
know why
wait
he
for it,
was
wait for it.
just
Oh
chilling.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't want Andor to go for like 5 seasons and be shit. I want 2 or 3 really great seasons of Star Wars TV, because then this whole thing has been worth it.
Radiant are scanning.
Exactly, undercooked linguine. What's KBJ got up his sleeve here? Oh my god! Little ambitious, little ambitious. If you're gonna do that move, you need to blink. Larry Llama, not happy.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, Succession was great.
Dire's
I only watched the
bottom
first, I think the first 2 seasons of Barry. Maybe even just the first season. Because I couldn't fucking find it anywhere to watch it. It's
Dire's
probably on
bottom
Now
tower
TV.
is under attack.
But I really liked that show. That was a good show. People thought it was really funny. The only character I found that was really funny was NoHo Hank. You're a really good friend, Barry. I thought he was good. And I thought that Bill Hader was excellent. It's a good show. I gotta say, when people think these shows are hilarious, I'm like, I didn't see it as hilarious. I thought it was like watchable, and I really enjoyed it, and it was good. But I didn't find myself like laughing out loud that often. I thought Succession was perfect. Perfect TV show. Oh, hello!
Nice RB.
That's quite the macro fuego.
Have not worked out so well. If they can get Alex here, it might be worth it. But he's just surviving. He does go down. And Krusty Im does survive as well. And Eagle might go down.
Oh,
this is a great bongo from KPJ.
You're not good,
Ow.
First season of True Detective is amazing. I'm telling you, I think season 4 is a return to form. I really do. Oh my. They get Eagle.
Turn into a
Oh, and the harpoon!
Invincible.
Radiant's middle tower is
Severance
under
season
attack.
2. I live in
Dire's
hope.
bottom barracks are under
I mean, if
attack.
they never get to make another and they're like, it just couldn't happen because of the strike and all the rest of it, we're just abandoning it. The first season was so much fun. I enjoyed it so much. Better Call Saul has not won a single of the 57 Emmy nominations. Has it never won an Emmy? Really? Better Call Saul was amazing. It was better than Breaking Bad. Okay.
This is good. They get Primal.
I was the light.
Please tell me someone has dust.
KBJ is tanking.
How is he alive here?
They got
Bonnyjoi.
something. Life steal for Dagon.
Oh! Nice.
What did you expect?
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed.
Look at it go.
$56 nominations, 0 wins. Well, there's no fucking justice. Better Call Saul was... Maybe they gave them all to Breaking Bad and they were like, we can't let this one guy dominate. I mean, I thought Breaking Bad was great. I really loved it. I thought Better Call Saul was a better show. For me. The creep killed Willow? Oh, fuck. The Bear is really good. I have no idea why it was listed as a comedy. It's a drama. It's a drama with comedy. What? So if I laugh once, it doesn't count as a drama? There's no way it's a comedy. There's too much... I mean, there's a lot of tragedy in The Bear.
Radiant's
Like, it's a
middle
very
tower is
dramatic, tragic comic story. I would not just call it a comedy. That's really fucking weak. to just call it a comedy. You know, that comedy show, The Bear. No. Tiny Kanda? I don't know. I don't know the build for Tiny. Oh, hello. Sixth fight. Krusty Jim.
Krusty Jim. He's away.
They do get the Kothel and the Jakiro and the Alex for no loss. But it's still a 92% win probability for Radiant, believe it or not. It's this Earth Spirit. The game knows.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Jonathan Banks, of course, TJ Hooker, alum. So Ashwin, you know what you know? I've been watching TJ Hooker, right?
Yes.
So did I tell you I also watched? Oh my God, he's gonna kill Paragoon. Did I tell you I also watched Hill Street Blues, which came out in 1981, groundbreaking TV series.
Saying something about it.
So, the difference between TJ Hooker and Hill Street Blues is so unbelievable that it almost feels like one group of people was making a TV show and the other guys were just fucking had no idea what they were doing. Like, it's that marked a difference. Oh, hello, they caught him. Dave getting a little bit of the KBJ magic. Like, the quality of the acting, the cast, the plots. Yeah. And it just makes you realize, like, I find TJ Hooker fascinating, not only because it's so dated and so terrible, but because they're trying to make this show in an era where Hill Street Blues exists. It's like when ER was the biggest medical drama on TV. Yeah. If you were like, we're going to make another hospital drama, but it's going to be nowhere near as good in order to compete with it. That's literally how TJ Hooker feels. When you look at Hill Street Blues and you look at TJ Hooker, you realize that they were in the same era. One of them felt like it was a throwback to the 70s. The other felt like it was the future. And when you watch Hill Street Blues, you're like, oh, this is, I can see the influence. Oh shit, that's a nice RP.
Whoa.
Oh, the monkey misses!
Oh my God, the damage! What the hell just happened?
I think they ate a huge amount of damage from Kothel.
Tiny's fine.
That's it. Like, it's just weird to me as well, because you can tell they're constantly chasing ratings with TJ Hooker. Like season 3, they were like, all right, we want to jazz it up, so more music or more girls. People like those things. So most episodes, instead of opening with the crime happening, open with a naked woman or a nearly naked woman doing things.
I have seen that, yeah.
It's just interesting to think that that's what they were going for. They were like, wow, how the hell are we going to get the eyeballs on here? More tits.
Yeah. How many seasons are there of it?
5 seasons of TJ Hooker, and they cancelled it towards the end of the 5th season. I think Johnny knows he can refresh his spells. Yeah, there we go. Dave is trying to challenge.
Oh, nice play.
Dave in trouble!
Basso F just resubbed for 5 months. Loving the Tarkov, T lunga Hooker combo recently. Take my Bezos bucks.
Thank you for the Bezos bucks. They must defend their base. Why are the lads fighting on?
There is something so charming about TJ Hooker, though.
It is. It is charming. It's so interesting.
I feel so fucking relaxed watching TJ Hooker.
It is relaxing.
Like, there's just nothing on the line because it is. I mean, there's often something on the line, but it's so ridiculous that nothing is on the line.
Right. I love TJ Hooker's little fucking lectures. I'm not being funny, but seeing Zmed in season 3, he's obviously had a word and been like,
what is Paragon doing?
I don't know. He's obviously been like, look, I'm not being funny, but I can do martial arts. Like, I've actually trained in them, unlike Shatner. I am also in really good shape. I can run really fast. Give me more stuff to do. Because for seasons 1 and 2, he was like, get around the back. That's all he said. All his whole job was to get in the car, drive it around the back, and then be there covering Hooker. And Hooker does everything. And I feel like as the series has gone on, Zmed now gets more plot lines. Like this episode we just watched where he doesn't trust women. He's like, women? I think they're super. And then within that episode, he's like, women cops. I don't know. They're not going to pull the trigger.
Oh my god.
It's like, wow, this is like he literally said, women, I think they're super. That is a line in the show.
What is happening with KBJ? He's just in. He does not give a hoot.
Oh, he's
My
refreshed!
goodness,
Can they get him? Can he press D in time? No!
Yes!
He's a liver!
Yes! Get him out! This is the greatest KBJ placement. Okay, slap that ult down, KBJ. Get in there, bud.
Oh!
No! That was some of the greatest little bit of styling from KBJ we've ever seen.
So you say he was a rookie, but he can't be a rookie for 2 seasons. He just can't be. Because he's on the street. And just remember that Jim Corrigan takes Stacy, aka Heather Locklear. She's out on the job, getting her gun out and doing cool stuff with Corrigan. Hooker's like, you go around the back, I'll handle this. Like, it's always Hooker versus the ultimate bad guy. Every episode that I can think of ends with Hooker chasing the main guy down. It always ends with that. There's a car chase. Zmed has to go after, like, the henchman or just cover the back or look after someone who's been shot. And then it's Hooker chasing a guy through some streets. Normally to a pier. Like 5 episodes so far I've ended them chasing them to a pier. Or through a factory of some kind. And then having a showdown with the guy. That's most of the shows. Plague says he might be available. We'll see if he is. He is not on the menu.
Last game for 2 months, chaps.
Yep. Enjoy it. The show isn't named Zmed. That's true.
It's not. Yeah, it's not called TJ Zmed.
It should be. Obviously, they wanted a star.
I mean,
so
this is literally turning into the fucking Scooby-Doo argument. Should be called
Zmed just drives a car.
Right,
Zmed just
should be
drives
called Velma.
drives the van.
Shaggy and Velma.
The show should be called Velma. Fred and Daphne are just porking in the corner. Fred just drives the van. That's one of the funniest impressions I've ever seen. Because it's like, he didn't just get him saying stuff he says. He got him talking about Scooby-Doo exactly as he would do it.
I mean, even the content of what he's saying is fucking hilarious.
Yes, like what he's saying is funny as well.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Will you be joining us?
I will. I don't know if I can commit to a full game because I kind of want to go to sleep, but I'll join initially.
Here,
Why not?
Get in here, bud. I'm just popping to the loo.
We're not doing
How are you doing this evening?
Well, it's a pretty long day at work into a pretty long day at the in-houses, so...
Classic.
For anyone that doesn't know the Trump Scooby-Doo impression, I'll find it on YouTube.
Scooby-Doo, they call him Scooby-Doo. They call show Scooby-Doo. But Scooby doesn't do anything. Scooby is not involved. Half the time, Scooby's not even involved. He's just a bystander. It's one of the worst deals we've ever had. To call a show Scooby-Doo and then not deliver on Scooby-Doo. This is not a show about a dog sniffing its ass, okay? This is your show where the mystery team are in a van and they walk around and they do, you know, they figure out, you know, mystery. They're solving mystery. And Scooby is not involved in any way, shape, form. Scooby, frankly, gets much, too much attention, money. We're giving way too much attention to Mr. Scooby. And he's not doing anything. Scooby-Doo, he doesn't do. So we call him Scooby, but he doesn't do. We call him Scooby, but he doesn't do. It's a terrible deal. The show, by the way, if we were talking about who actually was doing anything, solving mystery and helping crime, stopping the bad guys who are really not so bad. If you talk to some of these guys, they just want to remake the world into a better place if it wasn't for these meddlesome kids and their stupid work. Okay? But we're doing a show about mystery team, you know, they're solving the mystery. They should call the show Velma. Why don't they call the show Velma? Velma's the one doing everything. Fred and Daphne, they're just over there porking in the corner. They're not doing anything. They're making out being unhelpful, okay? Fred just drives. Fred's just the driver. He doesn't drive the plot, and he doesn't drive the mystery, and he doesn't solve the mystery. He just moves the van from place to place, A to B. And it's a very unhelpful thing. We don't even need the van. The van does not play narrative. It does not have narrative role, okay? Other than we can't be doing the same crime in the same place. We need to move on to a new monster. And so from that perspective, Van makes a lot of sense. But Daphne, not much to do. Daphne, very not much to do. Shaggy, oddly enough, this little stoner who's over in the corner picking his ass and rolling joints, weirdly actually ends up helping the mystery a lot more than Fred than Daphne. Okay? A lot more. And yet we call show Scooby-Doo. We call the show Scooby-Doo, and we should be calling it Velma. We should be calling it Shaggy and Velma, with minimal help from Scooby-Doo, and we're doing a terrible job, frankly, monitoring this situation. And people say I know haunted diver, haunted scuba guy. Of course I wish him well. I wish anybody well. He glows, and he's got glowing seaweed and glowing kelp on his body. I wish a lot of people well, okay? I would wish Jabberjaw well. You know, I wish a lot of people well. I used to live in an underwater, and I thought that, you know, haunted scuba guy, well, the people in his neighborhood really like him, okay? It's the kids that come in and break everything up that are to blame. It is the meddlesome kids. The scuba guy would have been fine if it weren't for the awful kids. And don't we love, folks, don't we love that theme song? Scooby-Doo, need some help. Remember when we used to have good theme song, and now we don't even have theme song anymore. We're really not writing good pop songs for theme song anymore, and it's a shame. What an awful shame. Of course, if they wanted to update Scooby-Doo, they did. They came out with an awful one. Scoob. They wanted it for theater, and they didn't have theater, because Fauci didn't want to let any of the movies go to theater. He said everything needs to premiere on streaming service. And it's a terrible deal, because Scoob should have been a big box office smash, and instead it really wasn't. And nobody cares about the new superhero character. We don't really care about that, okay? We don't care that the monsters are real. The whole point of the show is that the guy who is to blame is actually some sort of caretaker who's tired of tomfoolery. He's tired of teenagers. He's tired of the teenagers.
So bizarre. I think the thing is, in order to capture a Trump speech, you kind of need it to be overly long and rambling. Like, that's his whole thing. Like, you just need to dash off thoughts and then not finish them, to say stuff that just pops up and then you move on to the next thing. And it's just like a rambling nonsense. I just wonder who listens to every word of it. It's like, yes, this is all correct. Like, come on. It's funny. Asmongold rages, smacks self with controller.
Actually, like, I literally should just delete. I fucking hate myself, bro. Like, I actually literally hate myself. I'm like, I should never die in this. Like, I'm fuck. Oh my god, bro. Never die.
Wait, did he actually?
Like, I'm fuck. Oh
whatever.
God, bro.
I watch all these clips of streamers clobbering themselves, and I just think, geez, that could be me, real easy. Plague, I gave up on Sifu.
That's fair.
Loved it, but it's just clearly not made for me.
You got to the sword lady, right?
The bitch that you kill her and then she goes, like, they all have a second phase, right? The second phase is she's way too fast and she throws knives and shit. I was like,
did you have the thing where you can catch her knife and chuck it back at her?
I did.
Yeah, that's
Gotta
how I
time
got through
that
her
just
fight.
right. Just gotta time that just right. Kept fucking that up, and then it's just hard, just too hard. And then I can't block any of her kicks because there's not good enough.
Yeah, it's fair. I mean, it's a really fun game when you're playing it, but it is like it's tough.
Yeah,
there's
you
no
were right.
denying it.
I flamed you for saying play it on the easiest difficulty, and I was like, fuck you. And then I played it, I was like, oh, I can't even play it on the easiest difficulty. So fair.
I think part of it is like you don't have the muscle memory of like all those parries and things like that. Because Dark Souls is, and like Elden Ring is like a great game and it's a tough game, but it's a very, very, very different kind of difficulty.
Yeah.
Than Sifu or Sekiro. It's not that it's harder or easier. Sifu is easier than Elden Ring, I think, but it's just very different skills. Very different skills.
I think it's much harder, and I'll tell you why. I personally, for a start, in order to really get the most out of Sifu, you have to learn the combos, and there are plenty of things like when you are knocked back, press this, then this, and you'll counter. Or if you do this button, wait a second, this button, and time it for when you've got this particular thing happening, you'll do this move and everything. And I was like, shit, like that looks hard. Whereas with Elden Ring, for me it was, I basically had one move in every fight, which was try to gauge when their attack was going to be. And once you learn the monsters, you know when their attack's going to be. Yeah. Dodge that, get as many hits in as I can, and then get the fuck out. And it was like, if my sword and my skills are better, I'll be able to win this. And it's kind of, you could just grind through it.
I would say that
Sifu, I was like, this is beyond me.
Elden Ring and Dark Souls are about teaching patience and rewarding patience. You got to wait for your opportunity to get the hit in, and you learn where those opportunities are. Sifu and Sekiro is about aggression. You've got to go non-stop, nail every parry, and that's how you get their stamina bar down.
Because without that, they just block all your shit, right?
Yeah, because they recover like their stamina and stuff like that. You gotta be really comfortable just always being on the aggressive, and that's the best way to play those games. But it's hard.
But when you get it, like when you go into a room and there's like 8 lads there, and you're like like nailing them all,
you just take them
it
down.
Feels really good. And I was like, man, I wish I was better at these kind of games. But
so a couple of days ago, I completed the entire game without dying, and that took me
very impressive.
Took me a couple of days on the final boss, just because I mean, I don't want to spoil too much, but a lot of the bosses have like gimmicks.
Yeah.
Whereas his is just, he's the same character as you. He fights like you, so he parries like as well as you do, and it's this really intense, like really quick battle. But you're always taking chip damage, and it was so fucking hard to beat that guy without dying. I tried so many times.
What difficulty did you beat it on?
Normal.
Wow, that's impressive. Are you gonna try it again on hardest?
I don't know. It depends if I find another game I want to play first. If I don't, I'll go back to Sifu.
10 seconds.
But yeah, it's a good game. Very good game.
So, you're not really into anything like Tarkov, are you?
No, not particularly. If I'm not playing Dotes, I prefer controller games because I like leaning back in the chair and being like relaxed and nothing to worry about mouse and keyboard. So I don't really think of like during the day, if I want to play a bit of a game, I won't go for a mouse and keyboard game generally.
Cool.
So I had some. My friend is staying with me in London at the moment, which why I didn't join the cast earlier.
Yeah, it's fair, dude.
And she's getting married in August, and she asked me to be her. She asked me to be her man of honor. I was very, very excited.
That is very exciting.
Congrats.
Dire team ban.
And hopefully, I don't know how much she expects me to help out or plan things, but yeah, it could be interesting.
10 seconds.
Have you heard of
remaining.
Thumper? It's an incredibly difficult but rewarding rhythm game that uses a controller.
5
Thumper.
seconds remaining.
Let's have a look-see. Yeah, that's a bit more of a standard rhythm game.
Dire team pick.
I'm not as much into rhythm games, but I'd have a look at it.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Are you going in? Okay.
Radiant team.
Here we go. Veg.
So I've been watching the Pro Dota at the moment. There's a shit ton of close qualifiers happening. And all I've learned from it is Mage Slayer is sick.
Yeah, that seems to be the thing.
10 seconds remaining.
Is it the damage reduction element? I mean, is the attack speed on it is crazy, right? Like you get the blitz knuckles as part of it, right? So
I think BKB is really sad. And anytime you build a BKB, you just feel bad. So people are looking for solutions that avoid BKB. And Mage Slayer is the main one that's coming out because the damage is really, really good, and it protects you.
10 seconds
It
remaining.
attack, but it also protect, is what you're
Exactly.
saying. You use an old meme.
5 seconds remaining.
Whereas if you BKB these days, you still take like 3,000 magic damage every fight. It's like, what's the fucking point? I'd rather build magic resist. The only other thing I know is that range POS 1s are the shit, but most POS 1s are not that like meta defining at the moment. It's all about the mids and offlaners. And apparently Tops is loading on mid Rubik, which is always terrifying because I know it's someone is going to pick it in our games and fuck it up.
10 seconds remaining.
Sometimes you wanna
5
go
seconds
where
remaining.
everybody knows your name.
Did you see, Ted? We completed Gamedal.
Excuse me?
We guessed every single game in their like annex. I think the streak was.
Oz playing with you?
I don't know how legit it was. I feel like there were some days where people stopped for the evening, and then the next day someone would know the answer. But we got to 1,830 games in the end.
Jesus.
And it said we got a screen saying, "GG, you win. There are no more games."
Wow. I still want to play Filmed or whatever it's called.
Oh, the
10 seconds.
oh,
remaining.
I've got a Cine 2 Nerdle.
That's so good.
Yeah, it's great.
Seconds remaining.
I feel like you could. There's a meta to it, like the GeoGuessr shit, where certain actors and actresses, you're going to come up and be like, if we do this and this, that'll get him. Because we played against that lad who mentioned that film. It was like, never heard of it. It was, I can't remember what it was. It was like Kiki and Herb's Disco fucking Sunday or something. It's like some movie you'd never heard of. And we were like, but Kirsten Wiig was in it. So it was like, bam, What next? It's like, oh shit, like I can't fucking think of anything. So if you learn those kind of angles for the actors that are always going to come up, I think you're away with it. For the median level. And then the ultra hard level would be to know every indie film. Like go down someone like Brad Dourif and Willem Dafoe and their train of like really obscure indie films and just fuck people over.
Yeah, people have definitely like they've researched like gambits and traps to throw at you.
Who's Stitch and who's 13 outs?
Don't know. Might be new.
And who's Initial Starburst? We've got 3 new. We were saying, this is the last in-house for 2 months.
Is it?
We're taking a break. We think people are burned out from a combination of GTI, Christmas and New Year.
Yeah.
We're taking a break. Because we've struggled to get 10 for the first game today. It's been
Really?
fine since then, but I think we need a break and then a big comeback would reinvigorate people. Give people
that'd
a
be
chance.
fun.
Also, I'm kind of burnt out on doing them, in all honesty. It's been every fucking Tuesday for 2 years, pretty much. It's just felt a bit... At this point, you know, the casting, we're not as into the games.
No, definitely not. Oh, finally, I'll be back to playing Dota on my Tuesday evening. What a change.
Drow Ranger. Ten seconds remaining.
Ashwin's eating his dinner, I
5
think.
seconds remaining.
No, I'm still here. I'm just, you lads carry on.
Dire team.
Well, there's a Drow, which I'm always excited about. My only hero I know how to play. And it looks like a pretty fucking good Drow game. If she can get to Ags and Skadi, DP is no longer a hero.
I want to show you, lads, if you can look at the screen, the stream for a sec.
Sure.
This is a clip from the film Escape from LA. I want you to see, this is 96, John Carpenter, who's a low-budget filmmaker. I want you to see the quality of CGI in this scene. Alright, just watch this. And chat, watch this.
This reactor's starting to overheat.
Slow it down, Pliskin. You're overloading the power plant.
There's a shark. Wait until you see the shark.
Pliskin.
Power plant overload. Guidance systems malfunction. You no longer have control stick function. Obstruction dead ahead.
Shark! Let's see that shark again. Let's just see that shark again in slow motion, alright? Because it's very quick. I want you guys to see this shark. Just look at this. Bumps into the reef. Whoa, what's this?
Templar Assassin.
A shark almost got him, guys. Can you believe it?
Universal Studios, for hell.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
That has always stayed with me.
Alchemist, you may now select your heroes.
That's a great clip.
The film's bad. Escape from New York is one of those films that you watch because it's funny and dated, but I love John Carpenter, but he's made some fucking bad movies. I do like a lot of them, though. Because you can't not be on his side.
Unfortunately, they didn't choose David Ognock for this game because he promised me he was going to pick Pudge. But instead, we'll have to just make do with a DavidOnstreet POS 1 Alchemist.
Dave played last game. I think he wants to give some space to other lads.
Yeah.
Because I think Robertus already played this evening. Maybe David?
Robertus has certainly played.
Yeah, but I think this is relatively people who didn't play in the first game, I think. Look at Radiant's drip compared to Dyer's. Yeah, Radiant got the drip. Let's
They are looking good.
See if it pays off.
It's famously true that there's nothing more terrifying than just completely like blank Arc Warder or like a complete blank Meepo.
Yeah, that's always the scariest. With a Chinese name.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, we lost. It was funny, Quinn was saying, I think it was on Cap's podcast, that there are these stacks of Chinese lads. Like, they always have Chinese names. And you'll bump into them. They'll be like 5-manning and they'll ultra try hard and they'll fucking destroy your stack. And this is like a stack that pro players are in. I am convinced that out there are people who could easily play at the level of a pro player, but they've just got other shit going on. They're just like, nah, don't fancy it. Because there's no reason there wouldn't be. And the difference is, it's not like football where you have to stay in shape. And, you know, you have, like, if you were someone who was incredibly talented at football, but just didn't bother playing, you wouldn't be good enough. Like, you would be horribly out of shape, especially in the modern game. But if you're someone who plays Dota every evening with your mates, and you guys are all high immortal and amazing, and you literally just play Dota every day, you probably could rise up to being pro. If you don't think so, let's have a look at some of the pros out there and just ask ourselves whether there might not be better people out there. And I think these China stacks are an indication that there are groups of lads, probably students.
Oh, Robertus fucked it up.
Shit.
He didn't Meld Strike, and now he's just D'd.
Is he?
Oh, they...
Meld Strike is very tough.
He is D'd.
Without any...
Arc D may also... Arc D is in danger.
I think Winston's probably also D'd.
There's the stun. Oh, they stacked it a wee bit.
No channel at all there, but still killed. 3 for 0, not great.
Okay, dude, wrap it up.
So I like the way Quinn talks about like the, you know, if for all these pro players when you watch their stream, like there's like an immortal 1.5k, which is like almost some of the best in the scale of Dota 2 in their game, and they explain it's like playing with an immortal 1.5k for them is like you playing with a Herald grandmother.
Right.
As a divine player, you know, that is the difference.
Of course.
Like. And I think it was Quinn who said, it's like, it took me 4 years to go from new at the game to immortal. It took me 7 years to go from immortal to good.
Right.
Like, the difference in skill is absurd.
I have no doubt, absolutely no doubt, that is not usual. But I do think there must be people
I think there's definitely very talented players that are not interested in being pros.
Well, if I go to a Dream League, I'll ask that question. Who's the best non-pro? Are there any non-pros out there that you guys play against in pub games where you're like, holy shit, this guy is destroying me? And why do you think they didn't become pros?
Yeah. I like watching Quinn's stream for Quinn, but whenever Yataro's on his team, that guy is just talking all game, and it's the most wise and sage Dota advice you've ever heard. And he's just he's not toxic, he's just like, yeah guys, let's just, you're gonna go, he literally tells every single one of his cores what to do, and it's like, holy fuck. Amazing. This guy's so good.
Is that on when he's on Quinn's stream, or when
when he's on Quinn's stream, like they just queue to, like, he just randomly on Quinn's team. I don't think he streams, which is sad.
That's
I would
great,
watch that shit non-stop.
Well, if I'd won the big TI and then won it again, I wouldn't fucking bother streaming either.
No, if it's fair.
Just chill out. Dude can just play Dotes for fun. Because I'm not being funny, but if he's just streaming to hang out with the viewers, it's probably not as much fun. He's also an active pro. You don't want to give that info to your enemies.
No. I think if there's a pro player that I try and I watch replays of, it's Yatoro, because
he's insane. I love watching Insania's stream. He's a good lad to watch.
Just the way, he's like a level 5 AM, and he just TPs mid and tries to kill their enemy mid laner. I'm like, I could never do that. I could never believe that would work, and it's so hard for me to check because I'm a very relaxed POS 1. I'm going to chill out. I'm going to get my items, and I play around timings. This guy's just like, the second he thinks, oh, I'm just going to randomly fucking TP mid, and it always works. I really want to learn to do that.
I don't know if you guys do this, but whenever I watch the pro stream, the camera movement makes me feel ill because they're checking every lane all the time.
I'm quite good at that, to be fair. I've also been told my camera movement is sickening, which I consider a compliment.
Yeah, no, that is. Like it should be. It should make you feel ill. That's how much you're moving. Like I think. Because certainly whenever I watch, you know, one of those big-time pros, the camera just never fucking stays still. They're like checking this lane, then they're checking top, and they're like clicking an item, and then they're clicking back. It's like, and he still didn't miss any last hits. It's amazing.
Yeah. Oh my god! I've opened the CS and it's not pretty. It is not a pretty sight.
No. So Jenna says, what's the probability that on any given time, depending on the meta, the best player out there is not a pro? I think pretty close to 0. I know that there was a guy who was not a pro player but was the highest MMR guy in the world at 10k MMR. He was like one of the highest rated in terms of MMR, but he could only play Batrider. He just played Batrider every single game and was obviously very good, but he was the only guy he had the highest MMR in the world. And he was not a pro player, he was just some lad. But because he was a one hero specific guy, I mean, I'm sure if you talk to Quinn, there'll be guys where he's like, ah, shit. Yeah, there's a couple of guys out there. There's this one guy who only ever plays, you know, fucking Nyx or whatever, and he's unbelievable on it. Whatever it is. But they're not the best in the world. They're maybe the best in the world at that hero.
You say a player called Badman who only played Spectre and was rivaling Miracle for like, I think it was like 8k at the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
I assume these guys are either, you know, very young and no one knows them, or they've got something going on. Maybe they're rich kids and they're just playing Dotes and have no interest in going pro. Who knows? It's funny to think. I guess the assumption is that anyone who's that good at Dota, why wouldn't you go pro? Like, but then again, if you think about it, being a pro Dota player, it's pretty fucking hard work.
I mean, there are plenty of people who have the potential. Someone needs to take the chance on you.
Like, you're traveling and living in hotels all fucking year. You get a little bit of time off. If you don't win, you're not really getting the money to justify sacrificing your youth. Because let's say I'm 16, 17, and I decide to become a pro Dota player, or any pro esport, not just Dota. I'm like, I'm going to be a Dota player. I'm going to spend the next, let's say, 8 years traveling around the world, playing Dota, and hopefully I'll win some money. Well, let's imagine you don't win any tournaments. You maybe get some 8s and 9s. Some of that money goes to the org. You know, tax. You're not making that much money than a regular job. And the idea is like, well, yeah, but you get to play Dota. That's true. But if you try to then get a job, you better be able to be a coach or some shit. And then you also better hope that your game stays relevant. Because if you become a pro Dota player, or let's say you're a pro Overwatch 1 player, and then suddenly no one gives a shit about Overwatch 1 anymore. It's like, well, shit, what do I do for a living? I mean, look at those guys who became, like, HOTS pros. I'm a HOTS pro. That lasted, didn't it? Like, what did you do after that? You had to get a regular job. And you're 24, 25. You didn't go to university because you were playing HOTS. You didn't make life-changing money from it. So you're just kind of mid-20s, no qualifications, no experience. It's tough.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I do think a lot of the people that tend to make it as a pro in an esport tend to be pretty smart people. So they should be able to... They should be able to do something.
Yeah.
So he's currently the manager of development at Dignitas. This is James Bakery Baker, British support player who was captain of Dignitas. in HOTS.
Mm.
And he in 2017 announced he was stepping down from competitive play due to wrist issues and presumably the death of HOTS. And now he's the manager of development at Dignitas. And Dignitas dropped its HOTS roster in response to the cancellation of Heroes of the Storm Tournament 2019. But let me see, what does Team Dignitas do now?
They're not in Dota, I don't believe.
So
they might be in CS.
Dignitas.gg seems to have a Fortnite team.
My family have been waiting.
Rosters. LOL, Fortnite, Rocket League. And then they have some content creators.
Ah. It always surprises me because I've never felt that Secret is an org outside of Dota 2, but they have like tons of like mobile game pros for no reason.
Yeah, no, there's
like
no,
PUBG mobile and things like that.
Crazy big.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Lyrical. What's up, brother? Hope to see you soon, homie. Gabe confirmed best guy. One of the nicest people I've ever met. Thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. I don't think I've ever seen Gabe angry. What a lad. Be more like Gabe, everyone. I wish I aspire to be more like him. He's a peaceful dude.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
What a lad. What a legendary lad.
Good lad.
Radiant's middle tower is under
He was
attack.
banning people left and right.
I'd love to see that.
Can you imagine someone like Gabe going on a Quinn-style rant? Talking about subhumans in his game.
Oh, I'd love to see it. Just once. He's had enough. You're a dog. You're not a human.
You're a dog.
Prove to me you're a human being, but you can't. Oh, shit.
Oh, Krusty Jim's manning up. Must Krusty Jim's dying.
Woo!
I mess with Robertus.
You banned me for 30 minutes with the comment. I didn't even read what you said, but you were banned. Yeah, I could believe it. Gabe's got a dark side, man, I'm telling you. It's what people don't know. We try not to talk about it on the scene, you know, because he's so powerful.
Some twit longer released.
It's like, I would come to the fore with it, but it's just like, you know, I value my life and the lives of my family too much. It's like messing with the Don.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Comes.
Oh shit, careful. Don't know about that one. Oh, they lost a Death Prophet. Robertus on the rotation.
Robertus doesn't give a hoot.
I don't think I've ever
Here
seen
comes Krusty Yim!
Krusty Yim kind of sucks.
I don't think he's going to
I think
succeed
he's
in
getting
anything.
fucked.
Woo! I've never seen a max
Unstoppable.
QW TA before. With only 1 point in Sideblades?
Maybe he's up against a very long-ranged hero mid. He's
Yeah,
just
I guess.
Like, why get the Sideblades maxed? If he was up against a melee, maybe he maxes it. What a nice path from Stick!
It's very bad Robertus from mid. Whatever, it's the last game.
Last
Yeah,
game
we
for
don't
2
care.
months.
Carty's gonna get it, maybe, if they don't deal with his Carty.
Get the deny.
Clonk.
Ah, too slow.
Carty was not dealt with. Man, this is a very me and play game with TA Drow.
It's a good combo. They work well together. Marksmanship bonus on the
And we'll
TA.
just let the lads do whatever they want to do.
So Lyrical confessed to making his pregnant wife clean up dirty dishwasher water while he relaxed in his shed. I mean, that's just typical of the man, really.
Tower is under attack.
Love it.
I am of an age now where people that I know who are younger than me are starting to get married and have kids. And honestly, it makes me incredibly happy. Like, it really does. Because all of my mates are my age, right? All they're fucking streamers and gamers and shit, and they have no intention of ever ruining their careers with children. So it's interesting to see people I know on the scene, or like just guys who I know through Dota having kids and getting married and shit. It makes me very, very happy.
So this is the first of the friends my age who's getting married now. She's 24, I believe.
Right. I got married at 25. It's rare these days,
Yeah.
but it works. It works.
I mean, the thing is, I know quite a few people who are engaged,
right?
But getting married is like a big old thing. Unless you're having a shit show of a marriage, you need like so much fucking money.
Yeah, it's expensive. I mean, if you go by the modern trend of having very expensive weddings, then yeah.
Yes. Well, yeah, exactly.
Period. I'm not a Dota boy. Out of curiosity, what aspect of Dota hooked you? It's incredibly difficult. I like really hard games that I feel I can enjoy, like Tarkov and like Dota, and you know, I generally the games I play are like punishing. And like I was saying the other day on stream, I think I'm a bit of a masochist when it comes to games. Football Manager, just losing. Like this season, I had a 12-point lead going into the final 10 games. We lost 5 in a row, and Arsenal pipped us to the title. Like that kind of brutal bullshit. Where I'm just like, yes, this is right. This is normal. I played Eve before that. I mean, when I was playing WoW, I knew what it was. I was like, this is just a time sink. I'm just spending my time here doing the same thing over and over again. It doesn't feel... Oh my god, almost got a kill.
Comes the curse. Well, Winston has... Oh no, actually... Oh no, Lena's
so yeah, I like hard games. I don't know why. So for Dota, for me, it was... I mean, the way it looks, the way it plays... I mean, now it looks much better. When I started playing it, it looked pretty basic. The original Dota 2, if you look at the HUD and stuff. But I played it and I was like, oh shit, every hero is like unique, and all the sound effects and the spells and everything, it just seems so cool. I'd never played a game like it. Alchemist.
The Alchemist, I've never seen a lower net worth Alch at 15 minutes, unironically.
Let's have a look.
If any of you watched our tours, Alchemist, yesterday in the Shopify vs. Down series,
how bad was it?
That was the worst Alchemist.
No, I'm not. I never intend to go back.
Otto somehow did worse than single-handedly losing.
That's impressive. Who's on Shopify now?
Saberlight, Theodore,
I'll look it up.
Fucking...
Fly.
No, not Fly.
Is he not?
It's Artur, Yopaj, Saber, Theolicor, and Kitra.
Yopaj is a baller.
Yopaj is cool.
Artur is so fucking shit. Unbelievable. Announces gonna fly. Lelist.
Let's try Winston.
Is there mid Stormstormer? Stormstormer,
yeah.
I thought Stormstormer was a fucking POS 5.
No. He's
gone back to mid.
Yeah.
He's a mid now, wherever he was before. And
he was always a mid, wasn't he?
He was a mid for Team Spirit when they won the first TI, and then he played POS 5 for...
Wait, Stormer?
I believe so.
Yeah. He didn't...
No, Toronto Tokyo.
Yeah,
I'm thinking Toronto
Stormer
Tokyo.
didn't fucking play.
What is going on?
Stormer's a German lad. He's a good lad.
I thought he played
is,
for
yeah.
NC or something like that.
No, I completely confused the names.
That's alright.
I mean, I just occasionally watch Secret games. They lose. I'm sad. I move on with my day. I'm feeling it.
Wishful Kit weddings are always great. Every wedding I've been to, I enjoyed. Every single one. They're great. I mean, the ones that were perhaps I didn't enjoy as much were the ones where it was like some colleagues of Mrs. F's. Or some people I didn't really know that well, and they had a huge wedding, so we got invited. Like, those weddings, you're sort of like, I'm just making up the numbers here, and I could be anybody, and it's not really great, because I don't have anyone to talk to and hang out with. And the best weddings are the ones where I know everybody there. And that's wonderful. Like, I know the bride and groom really well. Like, they're like old friends. All of their friends know the best man. And know their family. Like, those are wonderful weddings. Because it's just a huge celebration. You've known this couple for a while, and then they get married, and it's just like, I don't know. I know people think getting married is dating, but it's not like, for me, Nowadays, people should get married more. Because you can just get divorced and no one gives a shit. It's not like the old days where divorce was like, oh, you got divorced. Now it's like loads of people get fucking divorced. Who cares? Just get married. It's fucking bands. The only problem is the expense. Yeah, Gibson's wedding was great fun. Gibson's wedding was great fun. Hang out with all the lads. There are no tax incentives in the UK to get married. They got rid of them.
No, I think you just have to count as a partner, like living together or financially dependent.
What tax benefits are there to being married? I ain't seen none.
I honestly don't remember.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, there are things like you can use your spouse's
marriage allowance. Unless you transfer £1,260 of your personal allowance to your husband, wife, or civil partner. This reduces their tax bill by up to £252 a year. So, given that the average cost of a wedding is probably 25 grand these days, you ain't never getting that money back. I don't see shit from being married, like in terms of money.
Also on in inheritance, if you transfer anything to your spouse, it is inheritance tax for some amount more of it. No, I think it's just inheritance tax free for anything given to your spouse.
Well, I don't know why we don't give a shit about it. I guess people thought it was unfair. And maybe it led to people just getting married for the tax breaks, but...
Yeah, I mean, usually they change tax rules because people have tried to game the system too much. Or they call it like...
Oh, a little bit of a Tormentor steal there. Sorry, go on.
They have like a... You know, it's all about judgment, and they hate it when you use tax laws not in the way that they originally intended.
Right.
Top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The thing is, whenever I heard about HMRC going to court with someone, and I guess this is particularly relevant for companies, it always seems like HMRC is getting their ass kicked.
That's why I don't do it. So, if you're unmarried and your problem is, why should they get a tax break and I shouldn't? Why do we tax rich people more than poor people? Because the idea is that as a society, it benefits us if people are in these partnerships, leads to more stability, etc., etc. And I guess the idea is, if we don't have that, and where there's no incentive, people won't get married, and we miss out on the societal benefits of marriage. TA's got a little deep here, but Robertus stampedes away, decides to stand in there. It's only the Aegis. They're all fighting in the macro pyre. This is what you want as a Yakio.
This has been an exceptionally good fight for Dire. I thought this game was close to over, but if they get doomed now.
Well, they got the out.
I think they killed the Aegis, but it's gonna cost them a lot now. There we go.
Oh,
wow, Robertus really riding the line here.
Dead now?
Woo! I think he's dead. Yeah.
Undefended.
I mean, there are definite societal benefits to marriage. Like, stable unions, stable families are good. I think. And if you're going to say, well, I'm single, so I don't want that, that's fair enough. But I think it is going to cost us overall.
Use yourself.
I'm not sure why it shields herself, but it has worked.
James with the runaway. Oh, this Alk hates to channel.
Yeah, this might be a first timer for davidonstreet in terms of Alk gameplay.
Stinger got banned. I don't know what that means, Vexus. I'm sorry.
Apparently, a pro player
Stinger
just got.
Is an SA player.
He just got banned live from a tournament for account sharing, is what people are saying.
He was in East Coast.
In the middle of a tournament?
I believe so.
Gosh.
What a way to throw it all away.
It used to be pretty well, not in tournaments, but accounts sharing between pros was.
Wait, Stinger, that name does ring a bell.
Yeah, he's an SA. He's a SA.
Yeah.
Legend.
Didn't he play for like all the big SA teams, right? Who did he play for?
I thought he was on Beast Coast.
So he played for Infamous back in the day. He played for Beast Coast. Wow. And then he was with Beast Coast until late last year. Holy shit. Yeah, I've met this lad. He's a good lad.
Yeah, well now he's been banned. Better cut all ties, mate.
Parker was boosting his account. I don't know if that's... I'm not going to say that that's true. I don't know anything about it, but... As in gods? Incredible.
Yeah, I think maybe it's no longer the case anymore. I thought account sharing between pros in a non-boosting sense is pretty normal. Like a lot of people would say, "Oh, that account could be like one of 3 members of this team." Like a team would share an account to try things out on and smurf on.
Well,
maybe
they've
just
certainly implemented a load of new rules, which means
yeah, it may not be the case anymore.
I know, Jonas. It was a joke, mate. It was a joke. I think that I've spoken before about the difficulties that pro players have in terms of matchmaking and getting games.
We got TA again.
Yeah, they got her.
Yeah, the no BKB is ruining her.
I think that having seen how long their queue times are and stuff, and how tough it is for them to get games, I understand why people fucking hate it, but account sharing, smurfing, and all the rest of it, they're still smurfing at higher mortal ranks. Like, they're not smurfing in the ranks that most of you lot are playing in.
They're not doing it for fun, is what I find the difference.
No,
being.
like they're doing it because they literally want to play Don'ts. And if you're queuing in South America, say, and your queue time is like 3 hours, and you can't get a game, what are you gonna do? Like, to expect people to just say, "Oh, well, nope, I'll just wait," it's just kind of crazy. I feel like it's very difficult to really understand the position they're in, because we want, like, pro players need to play pubs, and if you can't play pub games, you just have to sit around and only be able to play pro Dota or wait for scrims. But teams aren't scrimming all the time. I mean, I guess if we just said to the pros, no, if you can't find a game, you have to organize a scrim. It's like, then they're basically on and have to be organized as teams all the time. They never get any downtime. They're not allowed to play Dota for fun. Tough. You have to just find a game or not.
I don't know, but I feel
not.
I feel like queuing has gotten better because they've
EU at the moment,
where you get like 1,500 or more
right.
game.
They're complaining about the opposite problem. Like,
what are they complaining about?
So Quinn is saying, "I'd prefer to queue for 20 minutes than have a rank 700 in my game."
Right, but he's playing in EU.
He's playing in EU. This isn't like a 3-hour queue, but 20 minutes
difficult.
is what I've heard is what they'd prefer.
Right.
Like a long queue for better games, but it always swings.
20 minutes is fucking nothing. But I mean, I know that in some regions it's
They've
different.
around matchmaking so much at this point, and anything that ever happens always attracts complaint.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always complaint.
I mean,
so frankly, Quinn, I don't think you need to practice, bud. You fucking won everything. Just let someone else win something. You fucking.
Do you know what? I think I saw Blitz Slayers the other day. He said Nisha hasn't opened Dota since TI. He hasn't played a single pub. He's just fucking chilling until tournaments start again. I was like, I respect that.
Yeah, take a fucking break. Jeez. It's not like he's going to be shit at those. What if he's still watching it?
We'll take that.
I think the whole thing about Nisha is never practice.
So, I think if you're playing, I don't know where Watson plays, but if you're EU, so EU has a lot of high-ranked players, right? This is like the reason that these guys come here. There are a lot of teams, a lot of high-ranked players are based here, so you're going to find games. And I mean, if you're ranked 700 Immortal and you end up in a Quinn game, from Quinn's perspective, what the fuck are you doing in this game, right? Like, in his ideal world, it would only...
Robertus might be dead again.
Robertus needs to stop fucking up.
Holy shit, this is such a troll.
Does Wyvern have Blink? No.
No. Drow also hasn't got Ags against Alk and DP, so they're fucking up their builds really badly here.
Going Nullify, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I know.
They are losing this game.
Drow with Ags has already killed this DP at this point. It's just doing nothing.
They are throwing so hard.
This is quite the
This
throw.
Alk is so fucking underfarmed. I'd be crushed if this guy won.
For some reason, the game has not yet caught up with what's happened. Oh, there it is. There it is. Hello, Winston.
Winston's gonna die too.
Ooh, close on the body blocks.
James does not give a hoot.
He's still got one more souk, so he's completely fine. Oh, they're afraid of what?
Being under
One winter wyvern's enough to scare the entire team away. Fair enough.
No, that's it for the in-houses. We're going to take a break from the in-houses for a couple of months, believe it or not. We're going to come back in March. I've got some stuff coming up in February anyway. And I think we're all a little burned out, maybe the players as well. We'll just chill. We'll just chill a little bit. Take a little break from the in-houses. Give Eri some time off. If the Dota professional scene can have downtime, so can we. So we're going to... I'm going to take a break. But if you want to play in them, they're for subs only. You must be dog shit. We will look at your account. We will look at your rankings and shit like that. And if you pass muster...
And if you're account sharing...
Yeah, if you're account sharing with Stinger, you know, you're not available. That's it. But yes, the main way that we do it, I think, is people who are relatively new to Dota or relatively shit at Dota are sick of playing pub games with people who yell at them. Come play with the Goons. They hardly yell at all. Some of them. Most of them.
Yeah. No, you need to play more than 3 games, bud.
I did a review of the Yogscast offices on Google. And it's getting some traction.
Oh, really? How many views has it got?
Let's have a look.
Who turned up the heat?
Oh, what? Literally on Google, you just wrote a review?
Yeah, because it asks you to review places. So I did the Yogscast Studios, and I gave it 5 stars, and I said, appalling place and people. But there is one shining beacon. The Triforce podcast is probably the defining work of art of the 21st century. And I think that pretty much sums it up.
I think it's completely fair and unbiased.
Completely fair and unbiased.
The Roshan has yelled. They're coming, but I think too late. Or maybe not. They're so good. Ult again, but Roshan's dying. They're dragged out of the pit.
Oh, I don't like this.
I mean, they get the Aegis, but they've lost the fight. Unless Drow can do some work.
Donde Drow? She's been run down. She's been stunned up. Trouble.
Oh, they've all died. Robertus is in mucho trouble.
This game's over.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Their lead is now just
so hard.
under 1k.
Now Shroud's going Mage Slayer. Hell yeah.
She's going Revenant's Brooch first. She's not even going Nullifier anymore.
So when this fight catches up, Radiant were 93% to win. They had about a 10k gold lead, and now it is pretty close to 50-50, and their lead is, well, they've just lost it. So this is...
Now that is a satisfyingly straight line. Love that.
I think it has to... there are 2 reasons. Drow's build is awful, and TA's play has been awful. And that's it. I think everyone else has been fine.
I mean, Robertus was doing great, and then just decided to 1v5 their team every fight. I don't quite understand why.
Oh,
another good play from Winston.
Where is Lena? Lena is nowhere near.
She decided to go push another lane.
Man. Just nothing.
I don't understand. Arc D doesn't really have any damage.
Lena's now TPing in. G-Font in trouble.
Took the lifesteal instead of the multi-shot cooldown plague. You hate to see that.
I will say I'm a lifesteal fan these days.
Oh, you've changed your tune.
I've changed my tune just because it feels. I know all the pros still go multi-shot cooldown because they're much better than I am, and they know how to use multi-shot much better than I do. But I'm just happy A-clicking the ground and stealing a bit of life.
Stop the dick riding. Back yourself, plague.
I do back myself in our games. I think lifesteal's better because I'm taking more random chip damage. But
he's blaming us.
I'm blaming myself, man. I fucking.
You said in our games implies that in the games where you play alone, you don't.
So in games where the pros play, they don't. I don't. We're always going to be taking fucking chip damage. Ashman can confirm. I insanely threw a game last night.
You did. I'm not too mad about it. It's just it is what it is. I've made some pretty big boo-boos in my time.
I was just happily.
It wasn't like you were just in the lane; you were just in the jungle and forgot about that.
I was just happily wandering around thinking about what item I wanted to buy.
Game was a bit more.
Yeah,
that game we played the other night, where you played Jug,
yeah,
and Greg played Lone Druid, and they took a full lane, and then they were taking mid, and it was like neither you nor Greg had any interest in helping. I was like, what are we doing? Like it was such an awful game. It was absolutely terrible.
I will say, this was where Greg tried out ranged Lone Druid.
I see.
And it was not good. And it was also...
Has he apologised?
No, he just left the channel.
He just straight up refused to come play. I think he got like killed by Pudge in lane or something. It was furious with himself, and from that point on was like too tilted to play and just wanted to chill out.
Like he barely said a word. He just hit creeps. Like we had a Jug and a Lone Druid just hitting creeps, and they were running at us the whole time. There was nothing we could do. Like it was 5v3 for the entire game, and our carries were just.
I think once I gave up on winning, I kind of had a bit more fun just running at them with Q on, and we killed like 2 people.
Right.
But yeah,
but when you do that, the plague, we're losing, but we're gonna fucking have fun while we do it voice. I'm like, oh, so we have definitely lost. Because I definitely had games where you guys are like, just try to stall, and we do that, and we win a lot of games that way, because more often than not, we just cannot fight. But they were literally 5-man taking our mids after already taking 1 lane of racks, and there was just, I look at the map, and Greg is nowhere, you're nowhere, and I was like, okay, we just don't want to play. Like, it's just over. What a waste of half an hour.
It was hard. I genuinely think sometimes, like, you get so tilted that the game is just, like, unrecoverable. Sometimes you get tilted and you kind of swing back into it, and sometimes it's just... I'm not even angry with Greg, it just fucking happened.
Yeah, it's just like, my lane fucking sucked. This stupid build that I went for has not worked out, and now I'm angry with myself and the way this game's turned out.
Yeah.
Fuck this. And, like, nobody rotated to help me mid. But we were like dying in our lane, just standing there. It was just horrible. Like if we rotate, we're just giving them more kills because they're just going to rotate and kill us there. It was horrible.
But aside from that,
when people get negative, I get like really into being positive, and whenever people are positive, I'm just fucking like done with
miserable.
Yeah.
I do think, aside from those 2 games, all of the games recently have been insanely fun. Like, I'm loving this patch, but I'm also playing one hero over and over and over again and doing pretty well on it. So
which hero?
I feel
just Drow again.
Dude, it's so addicting just 3-shotting people. Like, I can't fulfill this thrill on any other hero.
So by the way, Drow now has Mage Slayer and is going back for Hurricane.
Yeah, I can't click on this Drow's.
No,
it's so bad.
So everyone doesn't know, the Ags, really good. Really good. Pretty good item.
Oh, they might find someone here. They're gonna find Stick.
Goodbye, Stitch. He's got a 4-star. He's actually making decent space. They're sort of set up for this. Oh, Drow's been found. Way too far forward.
Stick is running. Run, Stick.
Stick is making great plays here. There's a lovely ice path. And I think Drow's...
He's out as well.
Yules!
I don't think James remembers he's got a yours.
Dire's top tower is under
Oh,
attack.
he has so much time!
If they get away with this, that's DPLUs. They're going to hold this high ground pretty easily.
Maybe.
And they've got TS pushing.
Oh, they TP back.
Go for the jump. Go for the fight. Run at them.
You don't have center ult. You do have
Yeah, it's hard.
Two pretty short heroes.
Yeah, no vision to find them as well. Hard.
This could be a long one, Plague. Buckle up.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna head to bed in like 10 minutes. Yeah.
First one was very long as well.
I've got a fucking big workshop tomorrow. It's gonna be interesting, but I'm not staying up all night for an in-house game before it.
Josh, need your thoughts on this slide deck.
Literally what I've been doing all day, non-stop. I was having dinner and drinks with my friend. I haven't seen him fucking ages, and I get an email on my phone at 7:30 being like, "Need you to review these changes," and I have to fucking go upstairs and look through them because the workshop's tomorrow. It was a sad moment.
You know what? I know people have said that telecommunications is
Crusader-basso a 15 just resubbed for 16 months. Late one tonight.
Thank you. Yeah, it is going to be a late one. But the fact is, I mean, I know that in my job, it's not like this at all, because when I'm working, I might get a message asking me about work, or what do you think about this, or a message from a friend or something on Discord, but I never get told, we need you to do some work right now, or like this evening. It just doesn't happen. Like, we need you to do this mind-numbing fucking report writing, or read all these emails, or do this spreadsheet. Like, that just doesn't happen. And in the past, you leave the office, you go home, you might get a call at home saying it's all gone to shit, and you might have to go back to the office, but that's super rare. Because nowadays it's like, hey, I'm just going to pin you this email with all these links, and you can just do this at home, right? Because you have the internet, you have a computer, and here's all the data, I'm going to send it to you, and we can do a call, and I can talk you through it, and you're available 24/7, because who doesn't have their phone on? And if your phone is unavailable, everybody knows you're full of shit. You can't just be out, because previously you would just be out. And there was no way for people to contact you unless you had a pager, and the only people who had pagers were like doctors, or people who were like had super important time-sensitive jobs. Whereas nowadays, whatever the fucking job is, they're going to get hold of you, and they're going to expect you to be available because, quote, we need this. It's an emergency. It should stop. It won't. It's only going to get worse. You young people, God bless you, you're going to be expected to be on call 24/7 regardless of the job.
I was told that's what my job would be like.
Yeah, it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
It's nothing like.
It should not be a thing, but it is.
I'm not expected to be on call unless I'm willingly to doing. Someone can't just message me at 8 o'clock being like, "Need this done for tomorrow."
Is it not happening? Robertus is trying to get himself killed again.
If it just BKBs before the stuns happen, this isn't a problem.
Oh. There's an E-blade on Drow
good.
too.
God, their supports and offlanes are playing so well to evacuate their cores from every shitty fight.
Robertus just can't help himself.
He can't stop.
So what do you mean people can be out, Rizarus? I run an office, you work there, and the whole point of it is, if we call you, we need you. I'm your boss, and I call you at 9. We've had a massive emergency, we need this by tomorrow. And I call you, you're just going to say no? Good luck with that.
I don't know.
Good luck with that.
You get it in some spaces, but it's not generally okay.
Right, you can say you're not answering it, and good luck. Because a lot of companies will tell you, well then, you're not going to get promoted, you're not going to get the salary increase. The guy who did answer the calls is. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it works. You can say, well, I'm not going to do it. Well, good luck with that. Good fucking luck with that. These companies you will find people who will answer the call, and they will be the ones who get promoted. Cool, next company. Alright, well, good luck, bud.
Well, yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, if the company's operating shit, I wouldn't really work for them anymore. And there are plenty of companies that would want my service.
I most of my friends
things are much more like that in America.
Don't work like that. It shouldn't work like that, but it do be like that. I mean, these are big companies. These are not shit companies. They just know they can take advantage of people.
I mean, I'm sure I'm being taken advantage of, but
well, I mean, all work is essentially exploitation, right?
I'm not being taken advantage of in that way.
No.
And I don't think many people are aware that, like, you know, people can call you up at any stage of the day and be like, you're doing this tomorrow and you can't do anything about that. And that will affect your fucking... That will affect any promotion things you have, because that is a fucking elite. You can take them to court over that.
I cannot imagine that.
Don't mind if I do.
I'm just saying, good luck. Good luck with that attitude. I hope it works for you, and if companies change and you can do that, go for it.
I think culture has changed, especially post-COVID. Culture has changed a lot.
I don't know. I think they're trying to wind it all back. They want everybody to go back in the office. All of these fucking execs are terrified that workers are not actually working the way they want them to work. And I think an awful lot of companies expect you to be on call 24/7.
I guess you'd have to. Yeah, I mean, the place I work at is what was previously a very office-based culture, but they have made no push to change it back to that.
I mean, so far I don't really have a problem with it. It's not strenuous things I've been asked to do. It's just like, review this. Easy.
Can they turn on Robertus here?
Oh, easily.
Why is G1 hitting creeps?
Oh, Robertus.
Swap?
Swap? CD.
No bash. No bash about Moonshine.
I don't know what company you guys in chat work for. If you work for a small company, or like, you know, a company where they just, that's not part of the culture, that's fair enough. But there are an awful lot of companies out there where you are expected to be like that. And if you just say, oh, fine, I'll just leave. I mean, depending on what industry you work in, you don't always have that fucking luxury to just leave. And I don't fancy every time that happens having to find a new job.
Good.
Yeah, Winston's fucking killing it. Good swap, though.
Oh my god, the damage. Get out of there, Team Atlas is level 15. James has gone in though.
Is this an Axe Jakiro? Oh, you fucking idiot. He's bought a pipe.
Why
melt?
Just fucking hit the buildings, lads.
Oh, they're all so low! Mm. David is on no health, just fucking click him!
That's crazy.
They're chasing Krusty Jim because he has a divine rapier. That's why they're really into chasing Krusty Jim. Because you want that fucking rapier. Why he has a rapier with an E-blade, I'm not sure. Oh, I guess it is plus 25% spell amp. That's pretty sick.
The goons are obsessed with pipe, to the point where Jakiro's bought one. I guess because of Lena's damage?
Yeah, I'll be for Lena, but
I don't think it's worth it.
I do believe that's Centaur's job.
Yeah, I don't really understand why. Oh, RT doing 0 damage to James. He's got the range on him now, though. They're both stunned up. Going down. Oh, Krusty Jim just ditched that. Triple buyback.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
There is a round the back from James.
This is a buyback from James. If he fucks this up, he could be in big trouble. But I think they're just leaving.
Winston is going to TP out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh.
You came too close.
Oh!
No way. No, that was sick. That was good.
Now, does he wait until they leave and then blink out? Nope, he's gone for it. Oh shit, Krusty
They didn't see those particles, I think.
Okay. If you were casting TI and Gabe asked you to pick up an extra shift because someone else got sick, would you do it? Everybody's done that, I guarantee you. Everyone in Dotes has done that. Either picked up a shift or something because someone got ill. Every fucking time. Now, my point is, you guys saying, great, fine, next job. I don't care, I'll leave. If you were like, no, I refuse. How dare you, it's my time off. You just won't get hired again. Like, that's just the way it works.
I'm talking about within reason.
Right, so, I'm not saying that your company should expect to have you 24/7. You could reasonably say, look, it's a great job and a great company. Hold on. Big fight here. They've managed to get the drow isolated. Can they get anything on her? She mantas away. Robertus
He's stuck in with the mantas.
He is stuck.
The mantas.
Oh no, now he's back out. Surrounded by the enemy.
Bad swap. Such a bad swap.
What's the matter though? This Divine Rapier Lina. Just killing things.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Well, they've lost 3, but they're down 2 heroes with no buyback. So I think a lot of people saying I would just leave. That's great if your industry allows that. But I know a ton of industries where you just won't get the work, or they will just find someone else. And you can only go to so many places. You can't just say, I will just leave. It's not McDonald's where you can just get a job at another fucking fast food restaurant. Some of these industries are quite specialized. And if you've really worked hard to get in this industry, and you really, really need this job, that's it.
Rusty Jim needs to be careful.
Oh, hello.
Oh, only the one click.
Oh, God.
Oh, his thing ran out.
Thing ran out.
Oh, my God, he's
dead.
gonna die. Divine acquired.
Who got it? TA.
Oh, shit, she didn't pop the trap.
Why are you pigeonholing yourself into a small industry? Alright. What do you do, Mr. Shelty? What do you do for a living?
It's chilly. Throw another hero on the fire.
You're a middle manager. For what kind of industry? Just anything? Well, congrats. A lot of people don't have that luxury. Like, I feel like you guys are all talking from a position of power where you're like, oh, I'll just leave. A lot of people don't have that choice. You can't just say just leave. Also, you're the guy, as a middle manager, calling people up and telling them that you need them.
They're going on reverses.
Oh, shit. He's low. He gets... Oh!
The divine damage.
Won.
Jesus.
Swap in. Oh, he gets his Q on. And he has blink.
Oh, shit! He's dead! Yeah, but everyone else is dead. It's Krusty Jim versus the
Krusty
rest.
Jim.
Ogdi now has the Rapira. I think a lot of the chat about how you would just say no is kind of naive and stupid, or you're very lucky you don't realize it.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Call it. Good game.
I like the going for the Divine Rapier. That was a cool play. Trying to make use of the 25% spell amp. It didn't look very good. I don't think 25% is enough.
So, Mr. Shelty, you are the worst example of the counter to this argument. Like, the worst. The absolute worst. You're a middle manager who clearly doesn't rate what they do. Could do it in any industry, and after 5 o'clock your phone is off. Like, who gives a shit? Like, your opinion is basically non-entity. No offense. MVP.
It's got to be Winston. That guy played so fucking well all game. Winston gets MVP every fucking game. This guy's too good.
He's good. He's a good support player. You get Winston, you can win games. Did he? I don't think he won the end of year awards though, did he? For most winny lad.
He was.
Was he the most winny lad?
No.
Sorry, Ashwin, you broke up.
No, he was not.
No, he was not. Okay, well there you go. So it's a gamble. It's a hell of a gamble.
He is defeatable. I don't know how or who manages it, but he can lose.
Maybe, he could blame his cause at that point. It's not his fault. It's his team.
That's true, actually.
All right, good stuff, boys. Plague, thanks for joining us. Ashwin, thank you as ever. And I will see you guys soon. Cheers. Peace. yeah, that's the in-houses. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm not going to do them again for a couple months. Pick them up in March. I've got some stuff coming up in late Feb, early March, so I will be about mid-March. And I'll be doing some talk off tomorrow with some TJ Hooker attached. I hope you can join me for that. Cheers for watching. Take it easy. Peace out.